Please quickly tell me, am I audible? Is the audio video clear to all of you? Quickly tell me, everyone. Is the audio video clear to everyone? Hello, everyone. Please tell me, is the audio video clear? Am I audible, everyone? Study with Supriya. Can you please do it for CA final? We will plan something. Let's see. Sup, we'll go ahead and plan. Study with Sup. We will go ahead and plan. Let's see. Hi, guys. Quickly tell me hi, everyone. People watching at home, quickly tell me hi. Am I audible? Is the audio video clear to everyone? Quickly tell me. Sir, where are you? I am at my home. Namaste. Yes, everyone. How's the preparation going? How's the Josh, everyone? How's the preparation going? Are you guys doing? Are you guys done with your preparation for tomorrow? How's it going, everyone? Till everyone joins in, let's quickly talk. Yes, sir. Hi, sir. Clearly audible. Okay. Chalo, people, quickly tell me hi. How's your preparation going? Great, sir. Audible. Okay. Going good. Okay. Hi. Okay. See, all the doubts relating to your subject, we'll go ahead and discuss at the end of the class. Okay? Now, what is the objective of the session? Let's go ahead and talk about the objective. The objective of the session is that we will be going ahead and quickly covering the IDT ka most important point, which I feel if you have gone ahead and revised, you should have at least gone ahead and covered those points, because I feel those are the most important points which are there. Yes, everyone. So, in this, we'll be going ahead and covering the most important points which are there. Just give me a point. Just give me a minute, everyone. Now, everyone over here, listen. Sir, what are we going to do? We are going to cover the most important point which are applicable for your tomorrow's exam, basically your May 25 May. In my opinion, whatever points I feel are very good points which a student must cover for the exam. It is not that we are going to cover what is going to come in the exam. We will not be able to know what is going to come in the exam. Neither I know, nor you know, nor anyone knows what is going to come in the exam. But in my opinion, what are the most important points which you must have covered? I'll be going ahead and talking about that. Okay, sir? Done. Chalo, let's go ahead and start now. Sir, how are we going to cover those important points? We are going to cover with the help of our chartbook version 8, which is that you have chartbook version 7. You can use your chartbook version 7. If you have chartbook version 8, you can use chartbook version 8. Sir, I don't have the chartbook also, Baba. Listen, because I'll be going ahead and telling the important points. If you have gone ahead and already revised, or if you have already gone ahead and studied, you will be able to relate to the important points which I'll be talking. Yes, everyone. Can we go ahead and get it started, everyone? Can we go ahead and get it started? Dinner finished, sir? Yes, Baba, dinner finished. ठीक है? चलो. Now, everyone over here, listen. The first chapter which comes is the chapter of GST in India and introduction. Now, in this chapter, what is the most important point? See, in this chapter, the most important point which I feel is you should have gone ahead and covered what are the central taxes which are subsumed, what are the state taxes which are subsumed, and what are the taxes which are not subsumed in GST. You can go ahead and get one small MCQ out of this. So, you should have taken care of this point. Okay, sir, can you please, let's revise quickly, everyone. Let's revise quickly. Now, what are the central taxes which are subsumed? Central excise duty is subsumed. Central excise duty is subsumed, service tax is subsumed, CVD and special CVD, countervailing duty and special countervailing duty, that is being subsumed. Then, sir, central sales tax is being subsumed. Surcharge and cess, if any surcharge and cess was there, for example, service tax mein Krishi Kalyan cess, Swachh Bharat cess was there, those are being subsumed. Okay, sir. What are the state government ka taxes which are subsumed? State surcharge and cess. State government का any surcharge and cess was there, gone baba, gone. ठीक है. Entertainment tax, gone. ठीक है. Taxes on lottery, betting, gambling, gone. Entry tax, purchase tax, VAT, sales tax, luxury tax is also gone. Now here you should mainly remember this point, which are the taxes which are not gone because of coming of GST. So we are going to talk about which are the taxes which are not gone because of coming of GST. Basic custom duty is still there. ठीक है. Entertainment tax levied by local body, entertainment tax levied by local authority, local bodies which is there like the panchayat municipality still continues. Property tax still continues. Stamp duty still continues. Electricity duty on electricity, still electricity duty is there. State excise duty on alcoholic liquor for human consumption is still there. Baba, if you don't have the chart book also, aram se see, listen to me, that is more than enough. You don't need the chart book, you just have to listen to me. Then central excise duty on HP man. Baba, what is HP man, everyone? High speed diesel, petroleum crude, motor spirit, aviation turbine fuel and natural gas. On this, central excise duty is still there. These are the things which are not subsumed into GST. So, Baba, please be careful about it. Done, sir. This point is clear. One small point you can remember, GST model in India is adopted from where? It is adopted from Canada. It is the Canadian model. Done, sir. This point is clear. One point again which I like over here is, what are the various goods and service? And what are the various taxes which are there? Sir, on alcoholic liquor for human consumption, what are the two taxes which are there? State excise duty is there, and when it is sold, VAT or CST is there. Sir, on HP man, what is there? Central excise duty is being charged. When it is sold, VAT and CST is being charged. On tobacco, sir, central excise duty is there and GST is there. OPM, narcotics, Indian hemp, etc. Pay, sir, state excise duty is there and GST is there. All other goods ke upar, Baba, GST and GST is there. This point also you should take care. The next point which I like over here is article number 246A. What does article number 246A goes ahead and says? It says that Parliament, whenever it will, Parliament has been provided the power, basically it provides the power to the Parliament and the state legislature that they can go ahead and charge GST together. Now, so Baba, central government, basically Parliament will make law and go ahead and charge what, everyone? CGST which is there. State government will go ahead and charge what, everyone? SGST which is there. Now, whenever it is interstate, the Parliament has the exclusive power to go ahead and make the law with respect to interstate. That is, IGST ka law will be made by the Parliament. One more small point you can remember. Article number 269A goes ahead and says IGST will be collected by central government and central government will distribute between center and state. This point you can go ahead and remember. Now here, very, very important, article number 279A, GST Council. GST Council. Baba, Ram se listen, GST Council. Constituted on which GST Council was constituted on 15th of September 2016. And Baba, how many members are there? 33 members. How many union member? 2 union member. How many state member? 31 state finance minister or state ka taxation minister or any minister which is nominated by the state. Done, sir. What is the quorum at the meeting? Half of the number of member. Half of the number of member. Okay, sir. What is the majority for division? 3/4. 3/4 of the weighted votes of the members present and voting, at least 75% should be achieved basically for a decision to be taken. And sir, weight of the votes of the center is 1/3 and state government is 2/3 of the votes which are casted. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now, what are the functions of the GST Council? You can see a 3-mark question out of it. What are the functions of the GST Council? GST Council makes recommendation to the union and the state which taxes, cess, surcharge will be subsumed, the rate of GST which is there, the goods and service which are subject to GST and which are exempted from GST, special provision with respect to special category states of humans of Tripura and Jammu and Kashmir. Yes, sir. Humans may H for Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, M for Meghalaya, Manipur, Mizoram, A for Assam, Arunachal, and for Nagaland, and S for Sikkim, Tripura and Jammu and Kashmir. This ke liye special provision will be made. Sir, that was told by whom? Those are the functions of the GST Council. Date on which GST will be levied on HP man, high speed diesel, petroleum crude, motor spirit, aviation turbine fuel and natural gas. That will also be decided by GST Council. The threshold limit for turnover for registration also will be decided by the GST Council. These are some of the most important points which I find out of chapter number 1. Is my quick recap clear to all of you? People, were you able to recap the first chapter? Can we go ahead and move to the second one? Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and move to the second one. Baba, in the second chapter, which is the chapter of supply, goods and service ka definition, okay, Baba. If you have read it, enough. Now we'll go ahead and move to the chapter of supply. People, in the chapter of supply, what is the most important point? You have to remember, in chapter of supply, I like schedule 1. Baba, schedule 1 ka 4 activities you must remember. Sir, what are the 4 activities which without consideration also if you go ahead and do, those will be considered as supply. What are the 4 activities which without consideration also will be considered as supply? Remember this 4 point. Number 1, permanent transfer of business asset. on which ITC was availed. So, sir, if you had gone ahead and availed the ITC on such asset and now permanently you have transferred, that will be a supply. This one point you should remember. The second is if there is a supply between related person or distinct person, supply between related person or distinct person in the course of furtherance of business. Baba, supply is there between related person or distinct person in the course of furtherance of business. They are going in and telling that will also be a supply even without consideration. Sir, related person means what? I've gone ahead and told you. Related person, the scope is very big. Scope plus family plus sole agent or distributor. S means shares or stock greater than equal to 25% in both of them. If I am controlling the other person, control also is there. See, for control over here, officer or directors are also related person. Partners in business, employer and employee are related person. And then they have gone ahead and told family is also related. Sir, family, what you had told? Family had told you spouse and children are always related person. Remember this point, everyone. And PGBS, parents, grandparent, brother and sister are also related person. But sir, parents, grandparent, brother and related will be only related if they are, will be related only if they are dependent on you. If they are independent, they are not your related person. Please remember this point, everyone. Done, sir. And then you had gone ahead and told if I am supplying to my related person or distinct person. What is distinct person, everyone? Same state, separate registration is distinct person. One state registered, another state also registered, distinct person. One state registered, one state not registered is also distinct person. Remember this point. Okay, sir. And here they had gone ahead and told even though your employee is your related person, but employee ko if you are giving gift per annum, per employee up to 50,000, it will not be a supply. It will not be a supply. Gift to employee up to 50,000 per annum per employee will not be a supply. The third point which I had gone ahead and told you over here, sir, if agent is going ahead, principal to agent supply, agent is issuing the invoice in his name, agent is issuing the invoice in his name, then principal sending the goods also will be a supply. Even principal sending the goods to the agent will also be a supply even without consideration. Remember this point, everyone. Supply of goods between principal and agent. Which agent is covered in section number 71C? The agent who issues the invoice in his name. Done, sir. This point is clear. The next one, importation of service if I do from related person or my own establishment outside India in the course of business, that will also be taxable. And Baba, that will also be supply. And here, remember the GST is always payable on importation under RCM. This 4 point I want you guys to remember. Done, sir. This point is clear. Section number 71A, okay, supply of goods versus supply of service. There is nothing very important in this point. Now, section number 72, we had gone ahead and learned. Schedule 3, yes, Baba, Schedule 3. I hope you guys remember. Camel G, yes, sir, Camel G, we remember. Camel G. What is Camel G, everyone? Sir, court or tribunal ka services. A for actionable claim other than specified actionable claim will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. M for mortuary, funeral, burial ka services. E for employee to employer ka services. L for land and completed building will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. And G for government officials like MP, MLAs ka also services will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Yes, sir, we had gone ahead and covered this. Okay, there is nothing over here to mainly go ahead and talk. But one point which I want you guys to take care in your exam. In your exam, please take care of composite supply. Please take care of composite supply and mixed supply which is there. You will see one small question of composite supply and mixed supply. Remember, composite supply, what will you always apply? Principal supply ka rate, and mixed supply, always you have to go ahead and apply the highest rate which is there. Remember this point, everyone. Other than that, please come to the next page. Sir, in the circular, do you like any circular? See, Baba, this liquidated damage wala circular which was there, anyways, it is not very important for you now. Okay, everyone, liquidated damage wala circular, they have gone ahead and removed it from the material only, and hence you guys don't have to go ahead and read. Here, you just have to remember, if you agree to refrain, agree to not do something, or agree to tolerate an act, or agree to, remember, Baba, they can go ahead and give you an example in the exam. If you agree to not do an act, refrain, not to do something, or you agree to tolerate a situation, or you go ahead and say, that sir, I will go ahead and do an act for you, and in return you are getting a consideration, that will always be a supply of service. This much only you have to remember, nothing more than this. Done, sir. This point is clear. Baba, warranty replacement also, I don't like this point because next attempt onwards, you will see anyways they have gone ahead and removed, basically from May 25 attempt onwards, books may say this has been removed. So this is not applicable to you guys. You don't have to read this. Done, sir. This point is clear. One point you can take care over here, printing contracts wala point. Ki sir, in case of printing contract, this point you can remember, where content you have gone ahead and given, and the printer goes ahead and gives you paper, ink, etc. Here, Remember, the printer has gone ahead and given you printing service. He has not supplied you paper, ink, etc. He's given you printing service, which is supply of service. Paper, ink, etc. is ancillary. Secondly, if supposingly you had gone ahead and told someone to supply you tissues or boxes, carton boxes, etc., and on that he did the logo printing. Here, logo printing, which is a supply of service, becomes ancillary, and principally the guy has gone ahead and supplied you tissue paper or the carton boxes, which is a supply of goods. Take care of that point. Yes, sir. In case of printing contract, where the content is supplied by the person, if you give the content while physical input like paper, etc., belongs to the printer. Remember, he has not given you supply of goods. He has given you printing service, which is a supply of service. Whereas, if you go ahead and tell someone to supply you printed envelope, sir, letter cards, etc., or tissue paper with the logo and design of the recipient, logo and design printing is ancillary. Principally, he's gone ahead and supplied me goods, and it will always be a supply of goods. This point you take care. Sir, secondly, I like this point also. You went to see a movie. When you booked the movie ticket, along with the movie ticket, you booked. There was a combo which was available saying movie ticket with popcorn, etc. Remember, if they are going in and supplying services of exhibition of cinema, this is basically they are supplying movie ticket along with that food and beverages. They have made a composite supply and given it to you. It will be taxable at principal supply. That is services of exhibition of cinema ka service. But if food and beverages are supplied separately in a cinema hall, that will be taxable separately at separate rate. Remember this point, everyone. If food and beverages in cinema hall is supplied independently, then it's a restaurant service. But if it is bundled with movie and it is supply and it satisfies the test of composite supply, then it is taxable at the rate of principal supply. I like this circular. Please take care of this point. And one more point, everyone. Remember one thing. You went ahead and gave donation to a charitable organization. Charitable organization, just as a gratitude, put your name on the nameplate on the board, saying as a gratitude that, sir, this person has gone ahead and donated. We have gone ahead and put the nameplate. That does not mean advertisement service. However, if the temple has gone ahead and put one nameplate saying donated by Ram and Co, Chartered Accountants, Bangalore, then they have advertised your business, which is a supply of service, and then GST will come. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Sir, 3 tests to be satisfied. Donation to a charitable organization. Payment has the characteristic of gift. You are not expecting anything in return. The purpose is philanthropic and you are not expecting any advertisement. Then Baba, GST will not be levied. But if I go ahead and supposingly, I go ahead and advertise your business, then Baba, remember one point, that if I go ahead and advertise your business, in that scenario, GST will come. It will be a supply and GST will be leviable. Done, sir. This point is clear. I believe these are the most important points which are there out of this chapter, which you can take care for your exam. Done, sir. Baba, that does not mean that other things will not come. I am going ahead and revising with a point of view of the most important point which you should have taken care. But anything and everything can come in the exam. But I believe these are some of the most important points which you should have taken care. People, are we done with the chapter of supply? Quickly give me a like for the video, everyone. I want all the students who are attending the live revision, I want 100 likes. Quickly, everyone. Chalo, quickly go ahead and like the video. Then we go ahead, everyone. Are we all clear till here, everyone? Can we go ahead? Is chapter number 2 done, everyone? Chapter number 2 done, everyone? Yes, sir. Done. Okay. Chapter number 2 में I believe this much only has to be taken care. Now, let's go ahead and move to chapter number 3. Very, very important. Everyone, chapter number 3 में is RCM. RCM. Everyone over here now. Listen. Reverse charge mechanism. Very, very important. You will see this point in the exam. Reverse charge mechanism will come in the exam. Remember this point, everyone. Reverse charge, very, very important. Chalo, quickly go ahead and revise. If GTA is a GTA, people remember, if GTA has not opted forward charge mechanism, if GTA opts forward charge mechanism, then GTA will go ahead and charge GST to you and there is no reverse charge applicable. But if GTA has not gone ahead and opted for forward charge mechanism, then you being the recipient, you have to pay GST under RCM. Remember, GTA wala point you will see anywhere in the question paper, big question somewhere you will see. Remember, if the GTA is charging you GST under forward charge, you don't have to pay under RCM. But if GTA is not going ahead and charging you GST under forward charge, if GTA is unregistered or GTA has not opted forward charge, then Baba, in that scenario, you being the recipient has to pay GST under RCM. Now, if you are a recipient who is a TDS deductor, then you don't have to pay GST under RCM, it is exempted. But if you are a recipient who is a other registered person, like normal registered, composition registered, CTP, NRTP, etc., then you have to pay GST under RCM. ठीक है सर. If you are a GTA who is going in and giving services to unregistered person who is FB scoop, remember FB scoop means what everyone? Factory, body corporate, society, cooperative society, partnership firm. Baba, partnership firm includes LLP also, and partnership firm can be registered, unregistered under the Partnership Act and includes AOP. Then remember one thing, if you are FB scoop, you have to pay GST under RCM. But if GTA provides services to unregistered person with his other unregistered person or unregistered CTP, then it is always exempted. Remember this point. I like GTA wala point. It can come somewhere in the exam. Done, sir. Second point, I told you advocate, senior advocate, firm of advocate. Advocate giving services. Only thing you have to remember, advocate giving services to a business entity. Business entity should be that business entity whose last year, you have to see last year ka turnover is more than registration limit. Then the business entity has to pay GST under RCM. All other cases it is exempted. Remember this point, everyone. If advocate, firm of advocate or senior advocate is giving services to a business entity whose aggregate turnover in the preceding financial year is more than registration limit, then the business entity pays GST under RCM. And the same is applicable for arbitral tribunal. Arbitral tribunal is giving services to me. For an example, I am a business entity whose last year, no, don't see current year, see last year, don't see current year, see last year turnover is more than registration limit, I have to pay GST under RCM. Done, sir. This point is clear. Next, sponsorship service. If sponsorship services are given, sponsorship service is given to whom, sir? If it is given to a body corporate or a partnership firm, please be careful about this in the exam. They will give you a point on sponsorship service. If I am giving you sponsorship service, if you are paying me sponsorship amount, you are the recipient. The person who pays is the recipient. Remember, the person who pays is the recipient. I give you sponsorship service, you have to pay GST under RCM. If you are a business, if you are a partnership firm or you are a company, a body corporate, then you have to pay GST under RCM. And remember, partnership firm includes LLP. Done, sir. I like sponsorship service wala point also. Please be very careful about it. Okay, sir. Done. This point is clear. Baba, government going ahead and giving services. Always remember, if government is giving to a business entity, which is big business entity, then business entity will pay GST under RCM. But this is not applicable in case of PAIIT. Sir, why PAIIT? Because post ke liye, we had already gone ahead and learned that, sir, if it is, sir, postcard, inland letter card, book post or ordinary post, then Baba, which is envelope weighing less than 10 gram, then Baba it is exempted. If it is other services, then Baba it is forward charge mechanism. So reverse charge ka case is not there only. Then services in relation to aircraft or vessel. Baba, services in relation to aircraft or vessel. Always remember one thing, forward charge mechanism is there. Sir, government going ahead and giving renting of immovable property. Renting of immovable property, there is always written over here. The central government, state government, renting of immovable property to a registered person pays GST under RCM. To unregistered person, FCM is there. ठीक है सर, दिस पॉइंट इज क्लियर. एंड बाबा, इंडियन रेलवेज तो आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू, इंडियन रेलवेज विल ऑलवेज चार्ज जीएसटी अंडर फॉरवर्ड चार्ज मैकेनिज्म. इंडियन रेलवेज का केस में देयर इज नो रिवर्स चार्ज. इंडियन रेलवेज विल ऑलवेज चार्ज जीएसटी अंडर फॉरवर्ड चार्ज. फॉर एग्जांपल, इंडियन रेलवेज वेंट ahead and gave you one go down on rent in the railway station. One go down on rent was given to Mr. Ram. Baba, remember one thing, Indian Railways will always charge you GST under forward charge mechanism. Done, sir. This point is clear. And transportation of goods and passenger ka service pay also always GST will come under forward charge mechanism if it is given by the government. Okay, sir. This point is clear. All other services which are given to business entity, remember, if it's a business entity whose last year turnover is more than registration limit, business entity will pay GST under RCM. Done, sir. This point is clear. Renting of residential property, people, if I go ahead and give residential property on rent to a registered person, remember, renting of residential property to a registered person always will go ahead. Residential property given on rent to a registered person will pay GST under RCM. But supposingly, renting of residential property is given to me, I am a registered person, but I have gone ahead and taken the residential property for my personal purpose, for use as my own residence, then Baba, in that scenario, it is exempted. Done, sir. This point is clear. Here, one 5AB point is also there, which is an amendment ka point. Sir, what is this amendment ka point? Baba, 5AB, which is an amendment ka point, which went ahead and told that, sir, here, RCM is applicable on renting of immovable property other than residential dwelling by unregistered person to a registered person. So, for example, there is an unregistered person, and unregistered person is going ahead and renting commercial property, not residential, commercial property. to a registered person, then who will pay the GST? Registered person has to pay GST under RCM. And they go ahead and say other than residential property, because residential property ke liye already 5AA had gone ahead and told about it. Done, sir. This point is clear. 5AB is very important from exam point of view. Unregistered person giving other than residential property to registered person should pay GST under RCM. Please remember this point, very very important. Done, sir. This point is clear. Director ka services, company should pay GST under RCM. Insurance agent, insurance company. Recovery agent, bank will pay GST. Music composer, music company. Photographer, artist, etc. These are all okay. Author, baba, author ka point, please be very careful. Author, if it is going in and giving publisher ko service, publisher pays GST under RCM. But if author wants, author can take registration and charge GST under forward charge mechanism also. ठीक है? Members of overseeing committee giving to RBI pays GST under RCM. Direct selling agent who is an individual giving to bank will pay GST under RCM. Business facilitator giving to banking company pays GST under RCM. Agent of business correspondent, sir, giving to business correspondent, GST will come under RCM. Baba, here one point to be remembered. If business correspondent or business facilitator ka services are given in rural area, then it is exempted. Remember, business facilitator, business correspondent or their agent ka services given in rural area are exempted. I like this point. Please be very careful. Security services, baba, any person other than body corporate to a registered person pays GST under RCM. But if the registered person is a TDS deductor or a composition dealer, forward charge will come, reverse charge will not come. Renting a motor vehicle where the fuel cost is included. Remember, if any person other than body corporate is giving the services to a body corporate pays GST under RCM. And remember, you should not be going ahead and charging GST at the rate of 12%. So for an example, I am renting motor vehicle to a registered person. Remember, if I am any person other than body corporate and renting to a body corporate, then the body corporate will pay GST under RCM, but I should not have charged 12%. If I charge 12%, forward charge comes. Done, sir. Securities lending scheme, remember, always the borrower pays GST under RCM. People, I like 9.3. You will see 2 to 3 points coming out of section number 9.3. Very, very important from exam point of view. The next one, which is very important, is section number 9.5. Sir, what is section number 9.5? Section number 9.5 goes ahead and says, in some cases, supplier and recipient both don't pay. So government goes ahead and catches the neck of e-commerce operator. E-commerce operator ka case mein, here e-commerce operator will go ahead and pay. In case supplier and recipient, government has seen supplier and recipient both will not pay, and hence government says e-commerce operator will pay. Sir, what are the services? The services are THAR services. I hope you guys remember this point. Please remember THAR services. T for transportation of passengers for radio, taxi, motor cab, etc. Always remember, transportation services by radio, taxi, motor cab, maxi cab, always e-commerce will pay. Sir, if it is transportation of passenger by omnibus, bus, then remember, if the bus operator is a company, they will pay. If the bus operator is not a company, like partnership firm or LLP, etc., then e-commerce operator has to pay. Done, sir. This point is clear. H for housekeeping service, also e-commerce operator will pay. Accommodation service, e-commerce operator will pay. But if in these two scenario, supplier is liable to register, then supplier will pay and e-commerce operator will not pay. Done, sir. This point is clear. And R for restaurant services. Baba, always remember one thing. Restaurant services also, like Swiggy, Zomato ka case mein, Swiggy, Zomato will be liable to pay GST as a e-commerce operator. Whether the supply is registered or unregistered doesn't matter. But here one point which I had gone ahead and told you. Supposingly, one person told, I want to eat food. Everyone, one person went ahead and told, I want to eat food, and mama went ahead. For example, she told, mama, I want to eat food. Mama went to Swiggy Zomato directed it to Taj group of hotel. In Taj, the room rent is more than 7,500. So what happens? So Taj becomes a specified premise. And if the food is supplied from a restaurant in Taj, then remember one thing, the restaurant will be liable to pay because it becomes a specified premise over here. In this scenario, e-commerce operator will not be liable to pay. So, sir, what are the cases when e-commerce operator will be liable? I went ahead and told you TTHAR. T for transportation by radio, taxi, motor cab, maxi cab, any other motor vehicle. T for transportation by omnibus. H for housekeeping services, accommodation service, and restaurant service, which is there. These two, this is A graded from point of view exam, and this is B graded, which is there. Right, everyone? This is all which I want to revise from chapter number 3, which is charge of GST. I hope everyone is clear. People, quickly go ahead and tell me, are we all clear till here, everyone? Is everyone clear with section number 9.3 and 9.5? Everyone, please tell me. If it is more than 7,500, if it is more than 7,500, then only the supplier restaurant will be liable. If it is less, then Baba always e-commerce operator will be liable. I hope this point is clear. People, quickly give me likes for the video. Are we all clear till here? Yes, sir. We are all able to recall. Now we move to the next chapter, composition ka chapter. Baba, composition ka chapter. All you have to go ahead and remember. What are the limits? People, composition ka chapter. Yes, everyone. Quickly tell me, are you all enjoying it? Is everyone enjoying the revision? Are you able to connect to it? Please tell me, everyone. Are you all able to connect? People who would have revised, I'm very sure you are able to connect to what I'm talking now. Chalo. Now, everyone over here now, listen. Yes, sir. Very good. In composition, all you have to go ahead and remember is, sir, for which state the limit is 75 lakh rupees. For which state the limit is 75 lakh rupees, which is there. Sir, specified premise. Baba, specified premise means where the room charges are more than 7,500. More than 7,500. Okay, everyone? Is my point clear to all? Sir, why is the... सर आपने उल्टा बोल दिया. अरे रुक जा बेटा, ठीक है, बुक से बोल देता हूं. जस्ट गिव मी अ सेकेंड. क्या हो गया इसमें? कोई इशू नहीं है, चेक कर लेंगे. क्यों कंफ्यूजन करना है? नो कंफ्यूजन एट ऑल फॉर एग्जाम. एग्जाम में कोई कंफ्यूजन नहीं होना चाहिए. रुक जा. Having declared tariff of any unit of accommodation above 7,500. Baba, it should be more than 7,500. More than 7,500. ठीक है? Done. Now it should be more than. Chalo, everyone over here now. More than 7,500. Chalo, let's go ahead. Now we are going to talk about composition scheme. Everyone listen to me very carefully. Composition scheme. Sir, composition scheme, first of all, if your preceding financial year turnover is up to 75 lakh or 1.5 crore, sir, for whom it is 75 lakh and for whom it is 1.5 crore. 75 lakh is for Mantus. Sir, what is Mantus? Sir, what is Mantus, everyone? Mantus में M for Meghalaya, Manipur, Mizoram, A for Arunachal Pradesh, N for Nagaland, T for Tripura, U for Uttarakhand and S for Sikkim. Is my point clear to all? Yes, sir. For this state, it is 75 lakh. Hoja. H for Himachal Pradesh, O for any other state, J for Jammu and Kashmir and A for Assam. The limit is 1.5 crore. If your turnover in the last year you are checking, then remember one thing, to check eligibility, always exclude interest or discount. Then in the current financial year, you will become eligible. If you are eligible, then remember one thing, who are the people who are eligible for composition scheme? There are three people who are there. MTR, manufacturer, trader and restaurant. Manufacturer, trader and restaurant. Remember one thing for your exam, manufacturer should always pay GST. Under composition 0.5% and 0.5% of the turnover. 0.5% and 0.5% of the turnover. Are we all clear till here? Yes, sir. Hey, Baba. Student is still behind this only. Sir, if it is more than 7,500, then who will be, Arey Baba, it is more than 7,500, then in that scenario, the restaurant will be liable. If it is not more than 7,500, it is not a specified premise. In that scenario, the e-commerce operator will be liable. That's all, everyone. If it is more than 7,500 room charges, then it becomes specified premise and the restaurant will be liable. Sir, if it is not a specified premise, then Baba, in that scenario, always the e-commerce operator will be liable. That's all, everyone. Now we are not going to talk more about it. Everyone over here now, tell me one thing. People over here now, auditor, Baba auditor, अगर तू और डिस्टर्ब किया तो मैं तेरे को ब्लॉक कर दूंगा अब. ठीक है? अब स्टॉप डिस्टर्बिंग इन द क्लास. अब नेक्स्ट चैप्टर में आ गए हैं, पुराना बोल दिया है, खत्म. नेक्स्ट, एवरीवन ओवर हियर नाउ. In the preceding financial year, if your turnover is up to 1.5 crore or 75 lakh, 75 lakh for Mantus, 1.5 crore is for Hoja, then in the current financial year, we will be eligible to take composition scheme. Composition scheme, who is eligible? MTR, manufacturer, trader, restaurant. Manufacturer, trader, restaurant. ठीक है sir? Manufacturer, trader, restaurant. Manufacturer will pay 0.5% and 0.5%. Trader, Baba, 0.5%, 0.5% of the taxable supply. Remember one thing, they will not pay of the complete supply, they will pay only of the taxable supply which is there. And Baba restaurant pays 2.5 of the turnover. Okay, sir, this point is clear. Remember, if you are a composition person, you can't take credit, you can't charge GST to your customer. Sir, if section number 10.1 told I am eligible, who are the people who are ineligible under composition scheme? This thing you have to remember. Who are the people who are ineligible under section number 10.1? Those are mines. Who are mines, everyone? If you are a manufacturer of, remember, a tip bet. Sir, manufacture of a tip bet means aerated water, tobacco, ice cream, pan masala, bricks, earthen and roofing tile. Remember this point, everyone. If you are a manufacturer of aerated water, tobacco, ice cream, pan masala, bricks, earthen and roofing tile, a Tibeta, then Baba, you will not be eligible. I for interstate outward suppliers are not eligible. N for non-taxable goods and service, NRTP and CTP is not eligible. Okay, sir. If you are supplying services through e-commerce, where e-commerce will deduct your TCS, then also you are not eligible for composition scheme. And if you are a service provider, you are not eligible. But only restaurant service wala is allowed. And if you are providing little service, which is preceding financial year ka 10% or 5 lakh, whichever is higher, then you are allowed under composition scheme. Remember, you can provide 10% or 5 lakh, whichever is higher. Now, one more point which they have gone ahead and told. So, people, limit you have gone ahead and learned. You have learned who are the people eligible, who are the people ineligible. Okay, sir. Now, if you are ineligible under 10.1 and 10.2, then government went ahead and told you can go for 10.2A. So, if you are ineligible under 10.1 and 10.2, you can go for 10.2A. 10.2A went ahead and told your preceding financial year turnover should be only up to 50 lakh rupees. Your preceding financial year turnover should be only up to 50 lakh and you are ineligible under 10.1 and 10.2, then Baba, you can go for 10.2A, which goes ahead and pays. Tells please pay 3% CGST and 3% SGST. Who are the people who are ineligible under 10.2A also? Government went ahead and told if you are MINE, then you will be ineligible under 10.2A also. Manufacturer of A Tibet, I for interstate outward supplier, N for NRTP, CTP, non-taxable goods or service ka supplier, E for if you are supplying services through e-commerce, you will become ineligible under 10.2A also. Is my point clear to all? Everyone, quickly tell me, can we go ahead, everyone? So, sir, here they had gone ahead and told only mines are ineligible under 10.2A. Done, sir. This point is clear. I think this much should be good enough. Remember one amendment ka point. Now, composition scheme ka GSTR4 ka due date, which was 30th April. It is not 30th April. It is 30th of June. It is 30th of June. Done, sir. This point is clear. Also remember, if you are a MTR, you are allowed to provide little service. What is little service? Last year ka turnover ka. Current year mein you can provide little service, which is 10% of the last year ka turnover or 5 lakh, whichever is higher. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Yes, sir, this point is clear. That's all with respect to composition scheme. One small question of 5 marks can come. Is my point clear to all? People, do you guys recall composition scheme? Can we go ahead, everyone? Is everyone able to recall composition scheme? Can we go ahead? Yes, sir. We are all clear. Chalo, let's go ahead. Everyone over here now. Now, we go ahead and move to the chapter of registration. Baba, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. हाँ बाबा, मजा आ रहा है, मजे करते रहो, साइलेंटली आराम से रिलैक्स होके सुनते रहो. It is very important from exam point of view that you quickly recall. Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and do it now. Everyone over here now. Now we have registration ka chapter which is there. In registration, you will go ahead and see 22, 20 and 24 में से one question तो 100% will come. ठीक है sir. Section number 22 goes ahead and says, section number 22 का first point which is there is very important, which goes ahead and says supplier will be liable when his aggregate turnover crosses 20 lakh or 10 lakh. But then, sir, the limit was made 40 lakh also. So here, section number 22 ka, you have to go ahead and remember one point. Supplier is liable in the state from where he makes taxable supply is aggregate turnover crosses 20 lakh. But then, sir, limit was different. So we have to go ahead and remember this registration limit from exam point of view. Everyone remember one thing. If you are from the state of M square NT, if you are from the state of M square NT, which is Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland and Tripura, for you the registration limit is 10 lakh. If you are from the state of Pumas of Telangana, Puducherry, Uttarakhand, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim and Telangana. Pumas, Puducherry, Uttarakhand, Meghalaya, Arunachal, Sikkim and Telangana. For you the limit is how much, everyone? 20 lakh rupees. Okay, sir. And then the last one which is there, if you are there from the state of Oak of Himachal Pradesh, any other state, Assam, Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh, any other state, Assam, Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh. Then if you are a supplier of goods, the limit is 40 lakh rupees. If you are a supplier of service or goods plus service, the limit will be 20 lakh rupees, which is there. I want you guys to remember this registration limit which is there. Okay, sir? Done, sir? This point is clear. But remember, this 40 lakh limit is not given to you. If by chance you fall anywhere under compulsory registration, then gone, baba, gone. 40 lakh limit is not given. Okay, sir? Secondly, this 40 lakh limit will not be given to you if you are a supplier of Tibet. Sir, what is Tibet? Not a Tibet. If you are a supplier of Tibet, remember, T for tobacco, ice cream, pan masala, bricks, earthen and roofing tile. Baba, bricks are of various types. Fly ash brick, bricks of fossil meal, building bricks, doesn't matter. You remember bricks, okay? So if you are a supplier of Tibet, then Baba, remember one thing. For you also 40 lakh limit is not there. You will get 20 lakh limit only. And sir, if you opt for voluntary registration or you are telling voluntarily I want to continue, I don't want 40 lakh. If you don't want 40 lakh, no problem. Can we go ahead, everyone? Yes, sir. This point is clear. Remember, the registration limit, very, very important from exam point of view. Sir, what is the registration limit? I'm telling you again, the registration limit, M square and T. Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, Tripura, 10-10. If you are from the state of Pumas of Telangana, 20-20, supplier of goods, supplier of service, 20 lakh rupees. Sir, if you are from Oak of Himachal Pradesh, supplier of goods, 40 lakh rupees, supplier of service or goods plus service, 20 lakh rupees, which is there. Remember this point. Done, sir. And Baba, this 40 lakh limit will not be given. If you are by chance required compulsory registration, gone, compulsory. Sir, if you are a supplier of Tibet, then gone. You will not get 40, it will be 20 only. And if you are falling under if you are voluntarily continuing with the registration, then government is telling what 40 lakh. You continue. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now, the next point which I like over here is, sir, who are the people not liable for registration? This you can remember. If you are exclusively supplying those goods, services or both on which there is no GST, you are not required to take registration. If you are agriculturist, then also you are not required to take registration. Now here, compulsory registration. I want you guys to remember compulsory registration. Who are the people required compulsory registration? I'll quickly go ahead and tell you. If you are falling anywhere in creations, then you are required compulsory registration. C for, sir, you are a casual taxable person, compulsory registration required. If you are required but casual taxable person who is supplying handicraft is exempted up to 20 lakh or 10 lakh. Baba, handicraft wala is exempted up to 20 lakh or 10 lakh. Done, sir. Handicraft wala who is making handicraft goods and supplying from one state to another state, handicraft supplier. Baba, remember, handicraft supplier are exempted up to 20 lakh or 10 lakh. They are not required compulsory registration. Other than that, any casual taxable person who is casually going to any other state is required compulsory registration. Everyone over here, RCM का केस में, if you are required to pay GST under RCM, compulsory registration. If you are required to pay GST under RCM, you have to take compulsory registration. E-commerce operator under section number 9(5), basically THAR services. Do you remember, everyone? Transportation, housekeeping, accommodation, restaurant. The e-commerce, when they have to pay the GST, they have to take compulsory registration. A for agent of a registered person. If I am an agent of a registered person, my boss is a taxable person, then I have to take compulsory registration. T for TDS deductor. TDS deductor like government department. Yes, sir. Department of central government, state government, local authority, governmental agencies. They are required compulsory registration. TCS collector. E-commerce operator who has to collect TCS, compulsory registration. I for interstate supplier. If you are supplying from one state to another state, compulsory registration. But interstate supplier, they told two things. If you are a supplier of service, you are exempted up to 20 lakh or 10 lakh. If you are a supplier of goods, which is handicraft goods, then also you are exempted, which are predominantly handicraft goods, which are predominantly made by hand, then also you are exempted up to 20 lakh or 10 lakh. Oh, nothing was there. N for NRTP is also required compulsory registration. Those are the people who are required compulsory registration. Baba, remember, from exam point of view, compulsory registration is also very, very important. They can go ahead and ask a small point. These registration limits are important and compulsory registration wala point is important. Are we all clear till here? Can we go ahead, everyone? Yes, sir. This point is clear. Now, everyone over here, In procedures of registration, things are okay. There's nothing which is very important, but one point which I always like and I always tell the students to remember, one point which I have always told the students to remember, if you become liable, everyone recall with me, if you become liable over here, you should apply for registration within, everyone with me, if you become liable, you should apply for registration within how many days? 30 days. You should always apply for registration within 30 days. If you apply for registration, people, now when I am explaining, kindly listen. If you keep sending your doubts, I'll not be able to reply. We will talk about the doubts after the revision gets over. Okay? As of now, what I am telling, quietly listen, everyone. Okay? Everyone over here now. If application is submitted within 30 days, if you submit the application within 30 days and registration is granted, registration will always be effective from the date of becoming liable. Remember this point. Okay, sir? If I don't go ahead and submit the application within 30 days, I submitted after 30 days and registration is granted, registration is effective from the date of grant. You have to remember this point. Done, sir? This point is clear. Now, sir, if I applied within 30 days and registration granted, registration is effective from here. So from here till the date RC is granted, whatever supplies I did, can I issue revised tax invoice? Yes, Baba. But if you don't apply within 30 days and registration was applied after 30 days and RC granted, RC will valid from the date it was granted. And in that scenario, from the date of becoming liable till the date of RC, whatever supplies you have done, you have to pay the GST out of your own pocket. Yes, sir, we recall this point. Done. This point, I want you guys to recall it. Baba, always remember one thing. Rule number 10A goes ahead and says, bank account details should be furnished either within 30 days from the day registration is granted or the first GSTR1 or the invoice furnishing facility, whichever is earlier. So once your registration is granted, within 30 days, finish your bank account details to be furnished online or first GSTR1, whichever is earlier. Remember this point. Okay? Rule number 10B went ahead and told you have to go ahead and do Aadhaar authentication in this three scenario. There are three things for which government have gone ahead and told if you are taken registration without doing your Aadhaar authentication, might be you got physical verification done and got your registration done, or might be you are taken registration before Aadhaar authentication came, before 1/4/2020, then government is telling there are three things for which Aadhaar authentication is mandatory. Sir, what are the three things for which Aadhaar authentication is mandatory? Remember for your exam, one is if you are filing a revocation of cancel, sir, my registration is cancelled, please revoke. Revocation के लिए, if you are going ahead and filing revocation के लिए, then बाबा revocation application से पहले your Aadhaar authentication must be done. If you are filing a refund application under rule number 89 or you are filing a refund application under rule number 96, then remember Aadhaar authentication is mandatory. Sir, whose Aadhaar authentication should be done? Baba, remember one thing, Aadhaar authentication, it says registered person who has been issued a registered certificate, you have to undergo Aadhaar authentication of the proprietor and the authorized signatory, or in case of partnership firm of the partner and the authorized signatory, in case of HUF, Karta and the authorized signatory, in case of company, managing director, whole-time director and the authorized signatory, in case of managing committee of association of person, you remember any of the member and the authorized signatory. They remember one thing, there are three situations for which your Aadhaar authentication must have been done. Rule number 10B. Rule number 10B goes ahead and says, sir, three things: revocation application, refund application under rule number 89 and refund application under rule number 96. These three things के लिए your Aadhaar authentication is mandatory. Rule number 10B. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now, procedure for registration में nothing very important. You can remember who are the people whose Aadhaar authentication must be done. I am the Karta. These are the people whose Aadhaar authentication was told mandatory. Sir, individual, authorized signatory, managing and authorized partner and Karta. I am the Karta. Their Aadhaar authentication was mandatory. Yes, sir. Who are the people who are not required Aadhaar authentication? New Delhi PSU. These people are not required Aadhaar authentication. Who are New Delhi PSU? And for if you are not a citizen of India, D for Department of Central Government, State Government, L for Local Authority, P for Public Sector Undertaking, S for Statutory Body, and U for UN Holder. These people are not required Aadhaar authentication. Who are the people required Aadhaar authentication? I am the Karta. Individual, authorized signatory, managing authorized partner, and Karta. Aadhaar authentication is mandatory for them. Okay? If they don't do Aadhaar authentication, physical verification of the place will be done. Place of business will be done. Okay? Who are the people who are not required Aadhaar authentication? New Delhi PSU, not a citizen of India, Department of Central Government, State Government, Local Authority, Public Sector Undertaking, Statutory Body and UN Holder are not required Aadhaar authentication. This I have gone ahead and told you about who are the people who are required Aadhaar authentication and who are the people not required. That's all is important over here. Now, in registration. Here you can remember one point. What are the cases when your registration will be cancelled? This point I like it. What are the cases when your registration will be cancelled? You can remember this point from exam point of view. Proper officer may cancel your registration. Number A, if registered person has contravened such provision of the act or rules. What are such provisions? Such provisions are told in rule number 21. Rule number 21 goes ahead and says, if you don't do business from your declared place of business, what place you have declared as your place of business, if you don't do business, registration will be cancelled. If you issue invoice or bill without any supply, violating the provision, you are giving bogus bill without any supply, only you are giving bill, registration will be cancelled. If you violate the provision of section number 171, registration will be cancelled. If you violate the provision of rule number 10A, registration will be cancelled. If you take ITC by violating section number 16, then registration will be cancelled. If you furnish details of outward supply, GST or 1B you are showing more sale, GST or 3B you are showing less sale, registration will be cancelled. If you violate the provision of rule number 86B, basically you are not paying 1% by cash. Rule number 86B told what? At least 1% should be paid by cash. If you are not paying, registration will be cancelled. If you violate the provision of third and fourth provision of rule number 21, what is rule number 21? See, once your registration is cancelled, you applied for revocation, revocation order came. Once the revocation order comes, no, whatever pending returns are there, you should file within the next 30 days. If you don't file within next 30 days, again your registration will be cancelled. If you have not filed your return for minimum how many months? GST 3B not filed for 6 months, gone. If you have not gone ahead and filed, if you are a person who is required quarterly return and you have not filed quarterly return for 2 quarters, registration cancelled. A composition dealer, Baba, composition dealer, the due date to file the return, GSTR 4 is 30th June. From here, if they don't file within 3 months, then Baba, their registration will be cancelled. Registered person other than composition person, if you have not filed your return for how many months? 6 months or 2 quarter, registration will be cancelled. Voluntary registered person, you don't commence your business within 6 months, registration will be cancelled. If you have taken registration by fraud, willful misstatement or suppression of fact, registration will be cancelled. I want you guys to remember, when can the proper officer cancel your registration? Done, sir. This point is clear. I believe these are some of the important points which should be taken care from the chapter of registration. People, now let's go ahead and enter the next chapter, which is exemption ka chapter. Baba, exemption as a chapter, no, it is so vast that anything and everything can come in the exam. There is nothing which I can exactly go ahead and say that, okay, this is something which is very important. But in exemption chapter, what I can go ahead and say is, there are some amendments which are there. Amendments ke liye I have gone ahead and put one videos. Amendment ke liye I have put one video of 18 minutes on my YouTube channel. 18 minutes mein all amendments I have covered. Trust me that 18 minutes, if you go ahead and see, Baba, if you go ahead and see that, you will see everything has been covered. Everything has been covered, all amendments are covered, and you will see in your exam 15 marks will come out of it. 10 to 15 marks will come. So that 18 minutes ka video of amendment you must see. People, are we all clear with registration? Can I go ahead and move to exemption, everyone? Quickly, exemptions, everyone now. Are we all clear with? Are we all clear with registration, everyone? Can we go ahead? Quickly give me a heads up, everyone. Quickly give me a heads up. Hello, everyone. Are you guys there? Enjoying it? Can we go ahead, everyone? Now, yes, sir. We are all there. Take it. Chalo, let's go ahead. Everyone over here now. The next we are going to talk about is exemption. Now, listen to me very carefully. Exemption, there are hundreds of exemptions which are there. Any exemption can come in the exam. There is nothing which I can particularly go ahead and tell in exemption chapter that you have to go ahead and cover this. Okay? But I believe exemption chapter, one thing which you can do is the amendments which are there. All the amendments which I have told you from the chapter of exemption must be covered. Anything can come from this chapter, so please be very careful about it. Done, sir? This point is clear. Exemption, I am not going in and particularly talking about any exemption, but I believe one point which they can go ahead and ask you is this and this wala point. Third point to anyways is not applicable to all of you, but हाँ sir, Indian Railways, remember one thing, Indian Railways ka all services forward charge mechanism is applicable. Indian Railways, all services forward charge mechanism is applicable. But if Indian Railways is giving services which are platform ticket services, sir, facility of retiring room, waiting room, clock room, battery operated car, there is no GST. GST is exempted. And Indian Railway ka one zonal office giving to another zone services is also exempted. One zone office of Indian Railway giving to another zone office, GST has been exempted. Remember these 2 points. I like this 2 points. They can go ahead and ask you from exam point of view. Next, everyone over here now. The next one, please come to transportation. In transportation, no, in transportation also anything can come. We can't go ahead and say that transportation you should be covering only this. But transportation mein one GTA wala point is there, which is an amendment wala point. If GTA goes ahead and provides transportation service, and along with the transportation service, it is providing packing, unpacking, loading, unloading ka services, then remember one thing, it's a composite supply, taxable at the rate of principal supply, which is transportation service. But if GTA is not providing transportation and only providing loading, unloading ka services, then remember one thing, then loading, unloading, etc. is a separate supply, separate rate of GST will apply. It's not a composite supply. This one amendment is there, which I remember. And one more thing which I want you guys to remember, that, sir, if ship ke through or rail ke through or road ke through, if you are going ahead and doing transportation of what's a random item. This random item you can go ahead and see somewhere in the exam. What is this random item? Relief material. Random item means relief material, agricultural produce, newspaper and magazine, defense and military equipment, organic manure, milk, salt, food grain, flour, rice and pulses. With me everyone, if you are going ahead and supplying relief material, agricultural produce, newspaper and magazine, defense and military equipment, organic manure, milk, salt, food grain, rice, flour and pulses, remember then Baba, in these items, transportation service pay there will be GST which is exempted. Done, sir. Besides this, one more point, satellite launch services are exempted under GST. This also you have to take care. One more thing, if anyone is going ahead and giving on hire to state transport undertaking, motor vehicle sitting capacity more than 12, to local authority, electric vehicle sitting capacity more than 12, and GTA truck, if you are going ahead and giving, then remember one thing, your GST will be always exempted. This point I want you guys to remember. Other than that, everything is fine. I hope you guys already remember this. Baba, here you can remember this wala point which is there. Ki sir, if any artist is there, he is going ahead and doing folk and classical art form of music, dance, theatre, etc. Then Baba, remember, if folk and classical art form mein you are doing dance, theatre, etc. If you are charging up to 1,50,000, don't charge GST. But if you are going ahead and performing in Bollywood songs, etc., music, dance, you did lungi dance, then Baba, remember, always GST will come. Or you are acting as a brand ambassador of a company, then always GST will come. But all these Bharatnatyam ka artists, etc., who are going ahead and performing for someone or any function may they went ahead and perform, if they are charging up to 1,50,000, they will not go ahead and charge any GST. This point you can remember. I like this point. Agriculture, okay, Baba. Healthcare services, Baba, anything can be asked again over here. Healthcare service, one point you can go ahead and take care. That Baba, healthcare includes diagnosis, treatment and care for pregnancy, abnormality, illness, injury and deformity. But it should always be in recognized system of medicine in India. Any system which is not recognized, and if the healthcare service is provided, it is always taxable. What is recognized system? I have already told you, recognized system is Ayushan. Remember, Ayurveda, Y for Yoga, U for Unani and Siddha treatment, H for homeopathy treatment, A for allopathy and N for naturopathy. Remember, if it is recognized system, then it is always exempted. This point you can remember in Ayushan. Okay? Besides this, if hospital is going ahead and giving you room where room charges is more than 5,000, it is always taxable. Remember one point. But if it is ICU, ICCU, NICU, then the charges are always exempt. This point you can remember over here. Legal services, I have already gone ahead and told you. Legal services ka crux, arbitral tribunal, advocate, senior advocate or form of advocate giving to a business entity whose last year, not current year, last year turnover is more than registration limit, always GST will come under RCM. All other services given by advocate are always exempted. Done, sir. Now, education ka services which are there, Baba, you have to remember this point. There are three. Educational institution means educational institution which is providing preschool up to 12th. Educational institution means anyone providing preschool up to 12th. Educational institution means colleges, post-graduation colleges, and educational institution means anyone providing approved vocational course which is there. If they are giving any service, to their student, faculty and staff, if they are giving any service to student, faculty and staff, it is always exempt. If educational institution, all three of them, If they are conducting entrance test and taking entrance fees, that is also exempted. Remember this point, everyone. Now, educational institution giving any services to student, faculty and staff is exempt. What about taking services? So here it is told that if educational institution is taking transportation services, catering services, security, cleaning, housekeeping service which are given within the campus, or admission and conduct of exam related service and online educational journal related, these 5 services I have written here. If out of this 1, 2, 3, 4 is given to preschool up to 12th, it is exempt. Online educational journals, if preschool up to 12th is taking, it is not exempted, and that's why I have cut it over here. Again, I wrote all the 5 services. If transportation service taken by college, taxable. Catering service taken by college, taxable. Security services taken by security, cleaning, housekeeping services taken by college, taxable. What is exempted? Admission or conduct of exam related service is exempt, and online educational journal and periodical related services are only exempt if they are taken by college. And sir, here again, all I have cut it, and only one service which is admission or conduct of exam related service taken by whom? Approved vocational education course provider is only exempted. Besides this, there are 1 or 2 amendments also in this chapter which I want you guys to take care. Baba, but first tell me one thing. College giving transportation service, taxable or exempt? It is always exempt. But college which is educational institution after 12th wala, college, post-graduation college, post-graduation college, etc. taking transportation is taxable. Remember this point. Done, sir. This point is clear. Besides this, one point on affiliation services. Remember one thing. If university is giving affiliation services to college, it is always taxable. If central board, state board is giving affiliation services, central board, state board is giving affiliation services to government school, it is exempt. Non-governmental school is taxable. This is one amendment ka point which I like it, which I have gone in and told you. Done, sir. This point is clear. So, sir, educational institution means 12th, college, post-graduation college and approved vocational education course provider. Giving any services, always exempted. First wala mein transportation, catering, security, cleaning, housekeeping and admission or exam related service exempted. Online journal taxable. Second wala mein only admission related service and online journal is exempted when given to college. And Baba, approved vocational course wale ko, if only admission related or conduct of exam related service are given, then only it is exempted. Remember this point. I hope this point is clear. All other things okay. I hope you guys have already revised. This is okay. This is nothing. One point you can go ahead and take care over here, which I really like, is this residential property wala point. Sir, what is this residential property wala point? Renting of residential house. If given to a registered person should pay GST under RCM. But if registered person has taken for his personal purpose, for my own residence, then I don't have to pay GST under RCM. Or renting of residential house is given to an unregistered person, then GST has been always exempted. Now here government went ahead and told nothing will apply whenever any student residence is given. What do you mean by that? So sir, if students ko PG, guest house, etc. is given, is it exempt? So government went ahead and told PG, etc. ka case mein, you should remember supplying of accommodation service having value of supply less than 20,000, less than equal to 20,000 per month per person, providing accommodation service is supplied, provided accommodation service is supplied for a minimum continuous period of 90 days. So for example, there is a guest house, there is a PG and they are going in and providing services to the student. Then remember one thing, in that scenario you have to see minimum, if they are charging up to 20,000 rupees, up to 20,000, less than or up to 20,000, and minimum the student should have stayed for 90 days, then the PG, guest house, etc. for student, they will not go ahead and charge any GST. I like this point. Please be very careful about it. Besides this service which was there has been made taxable. I hope you guys remember. I had already told you, sir, electricity के साथ whenever meter rental charges, shifting charges, application charges, testing fees is taken, it is now exempted. Yes, sir. This you had gone in and told in the amendment that it is now being exempted. Beside this, you can remember this point. Services provided. Services of not this one. Here. Services which are provided by a foreign diplomat mission in India is exempted. Services provided to a foreign diplomat mission. If I am giving them service, it is not exempt. If they are giving service, it is exempted. This point you can remember. Other than that, one point you can remember, Resident Welfare Association. I am a RWA. To my own members, society mein, we are going in and giving services and collecting from the members 7,500. It is exempted. Remember, 7,500 per month per member is exempted. This point you can remember. Done, sir. This point is clear. Other than that, all the points which are there is okay over here. Please come to the next one. The next one is GST, value of supply ka chapter. Baba, value of supply mein there is nothing very crucial over here, but you can remember what are the things which are, number one, value of supply is always the transaction value. Yes, sir, we remember value of supply is always the transaction value. What are the things which are included? Topics. Sir, what are the things which are included in the value of supply? TOPIICS. You can remember topics. TOPIICS. T for any taxes, fees, duties other than GST. If it was charged, it will be included in value. Obligation, supplier ka obligation paid by the recipient, included. P for packing charges, always include. I for incidental charges charged by the supplier, included. I for interest, penalty and late fee, always include. Interest, penalty and late fee, always assume it is inclusive of GST. Reduce the GST and then include it. But please read the question. What is the question telling? If question is silent, interest, penalty and late fee, assume it to be inclusive of GST, take out the GST and then add it to the value. Then, sir, C for commission, which is only selling commission. Purchase commission, buying commission, don't include, only selling commission. And S for, you should always include subsidies other than government ka subsidies. Subsidies which are linked to the price, for which your price has gone down. Subsidies linked to the price other than government subsidies should always be included. Done, sir. This point is clear. Other than that, Baba, discount. Baba, one point which I like about discount is, remember, discount given before or at the time of supply, it is always to be excluded from the value of supply, never to be included. But if discount is given later, after the supply is done, then you should remember three conditions to be satisfied. If agreement is there, discount can be linked to invoice, and ITC has been reversed by the recipient, then discount will be excluded. Otherwise, discount will not be excluded. That's all, everyone. There is nothing other than this in the chapter. Value of supply, remember, always transaction value. Add what, everyone? TOPIICS, taxes, obligation, packing, incidental charges, IPL, commission and subsidies. Subsidies which are linked to price other than government subsidies. And you should always exclude discount, everyone. That's all is very important from this chapter which is there. Done, sir. We will all remember. Please come. People, when I say taxes may, remember TCS is not to be included. Taxes may, TCS is not to be included. Done, sir. Now we come to the next one, which is tax invoice ka chapter. Sir, in tax invoice chapter, do you think anything is very important? No, Baba, I don't think anything is very important in this chapter. Tax invoice chapter, okay. You guys should have just revised it. You can remember one thing, everyone, e-invoicing ke liye. What is the limit, everyone? 5 crore rupees. E-invoicing, the limit is how much? 5 crore. So if any preceding financial year, everyone, any preceding financial year, if your turnover was more than 5 crore, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 20, 21, if your turnover was more than 5 crore, then for you, e-invoicing will be applicable. Basically, you have to go to the e-invoice ka portal and register your invoice. E-invoicing is not applicable for whom? PG, Prime Minister, GLS. B for banking company. Banking means what, everyone? NBFI. Remember, if you are falling in NBFC, banking company, financial institution or insurance company, then for you, what is not applicable? E-invoicing is not applicable. G for GTA, e-invoicing is not applicable. Passenger transportation, if you are there, e-invoicing is not applicable. Multiplex, e-invoicing is not applicable. G for government department, not applicable. Baba, if you are a government department, e-invoice is not applicable. L for local authority or S for SCZ unit. Remember one thing, for whom is e-invoicing not applicable? If you are BG Prime Minister riding a GLS. B for banking. Banking, whenever I say, you should remember NBFI. NBFC, banking company, financial institution, insurance company. Done, sir. G for GTA. P for passenger transportation. M for multiplex. G for government department, L for local authority and SCZ unit. If you are this supplier, if you are BG Prime Minister GLS, BG Prime Minister is riding a GLS, Mercedes GLS. BG Prime Minister GLS, then for you, e-invoicing is not applicable. Sir, what is for whom is dynamic QR code applicable? If your turnover in any preceding financial year from 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 2021, any preceding financial year, this year is 25, 26, any preceding financial year, if your turnover more than 500 crore, then for you, dynamic QR code is required. You should give dynamic QR code so that your customers can scan and make the payment. Basically, this is for enabling UPI payments which are there. For whom is dynamic QR code not applicable? It is also not applicable for BG Prime Minister O. B for banking. Banking, whenever I say, you should remember NBFI. NBFC, banking company, financial institution and insurance company. ठीक है sir? G for GTA, P for passenger transportation if you are there, M for multiplex if you are there, or OIDR if you are there, then Baba, dynamic QR code is not applicable to you. Done, sir. Everyone over here, sir, can you tell me, everyone, e-invoicing and dynamic QR code, what is the difference? E-invoice is applicable if your aggregate turnover is more than 5 crore in any preceding financial year from 17-18. Dynamic QR code if your aggregate turnover is more than 500 crore from any preceding financial year. Then sir, e-invoicing which is there is basically, e-invoicing is not applicable for whom? BG, Prime Minister. Here also BG, Prime Minister, OIDR, and here it is GLS. Done, sir. Here, this means you are going ahead and generating IRN number, invoice registration number. And here, invoice registration or invoice reference number. Here, this is basically for UPI payment. Dynamic QR code is for UPI payment, and this is for registering your invoice. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Yes, sir, we are all clear. Other than this, Baba, asking ke liye to they can go ahead and ask any small point from this chapter. You can remember this point, everyone. If you are going ahead and supplying taxable supply and exempt supply to an unregistered person, you can give one single document which is called invoice cum bill of supply. This point you can remember. Done, Baba. Tax invoice chapter say any small question can come. Other than that, whatever important I found, I've gone ahead and told you. Accounts and records, Baba, again a theoretical chapter. Last time I had gone ahead and told the student that agent wala point is very important, where works contract wala point is important. Sir, this time do you think anything is important? Baba, I can tell you one thing. They can go ahead and ask you this point, saying, who are the people required to maintain books of account? You have to remember registered person. Where should they maintain? They should maintain at their principal place of business. Sir, if they have more than one place of business, then remember one thing. If they have more than one place of business, accounts relating to each place of business should be kept at such additional place of business. Then they can go ahead and tell you what account should be maintained. Remember PCOs. Remember what should be maintained? PCOs. P for production and manufacture related accounts, inward and outward supply related accounts, stock related accounts, ITC availed, output tax payable and paid, and such other particulars as told in rule number 56. Now, sir, who are required to maintain books of accounts, everyone? Registered person. Where should they maintain? Principal place. If they have more than one place of business, accounts relating to each place should be maintained at such place of business. Done, sir. This point is clear. What should they maintain? PCOs should be maintained. What is PCOs, everyone? Production and manufacture related accounts, inward and outward supply related accounts, stock related accounts, ITC availed related, output tax payable and paid related accounts, and such other particulars as may be prescribed in rule number 56. Done, sir. This point is clear. And rule number 56, again one question they can go ahead and ask you, which I like it, which I believe they can go ahead and ask you. Composition person, what are the accounts not to be maintained by composition person? Remember, composition person is not required to maintain stock ka details which are there. Opening stock, purchase, which are the opening stock, receipt, which are the goods which are sold, how much is the balance, how much was destroyed, how much was lost, not required. Stock details are not required to be maintained by composition dealer. Besides that, every registered person other than composition means composition person is not required to maintain tax payable ka detail. So, sir, what are the two things which composition person is not required to maintain? Number one, everyone, a composition person is not required to maintain this one. Second one and fourth one you have to remember. A composition person is not required to maintain. Means every person other than composition has to maintain. So composition person is not required to maintain. What, sir? Composition person is not required to maintain stock detail, opening stock, balance, receipt, supply, how much lost, stolen, destroyed, etc. is not required to maintain by composition dealer. Besides that, a composition dealer is also not required to maintain tax payable, including RCM, tax collected, paid, ITC claimed, along with the register of tax invoice, debit note, credit note, delivery challan issued, received during any particular period. These details are not required to be maintained by composition dealer. Okay, sir, we will remember. They can also go ahead and ask you from accounts and record, who are the two people who have to maintain accounts and record even though unregistered? Remember, These are the two people, even though registered or unregistered, have to maintain books of account. Number one, owner operator of godown or warehouse. Number two, transporter. So if you are running a godown or a warehouse, you are required to maintain books of account. Registered, unregistered, doesn't matter. Secondly, if you are a transporter, you have to go ahead and maintain your account. Secondly, who are you? You are a transporter, you have to go ahead and maintain your accounts. Done, sir? This point is clear. Sir, transporter, what accounts are required? Transporter, if I am transporting the goods for people, I should maintain records of goods which I have transported, delivered, stored, in transit, along with the GST number of the registered consignor and consignee for each of his branches. Secondly, owner operator of warehouse. Baba, don't take it lightly. It can come in the exam over here. If you are owner operator of warehouse, you should go ahead and maintain books of account with respect to periods for which goods remained in the warehouse, including particulars of dispatch, movement, receipt, disposal of goods. They shall store goods in such a manner that they can be identified item wise, owner wise. You should store properly so that any proper officer comes and asks you, you can tell, sir, this goods belong to this guy. Item wise, owner wise, you should go ahead and store the goods. Sir, one more point which you can remember. What is the period of retention? Remember, period of retention is always 72 months from the due date of annual return. So this year ka annual return ka due date say this year related accounts from the due date of annual return, you should maintain for how many months? 72 months. This one point, I like it over here. Okay, sir. Beside that, they can go ahead and tell you, agent, what are the books of accounts to be maintained by agent? Baba, if you are an agent, authorization from the principal you have received, that you should maintain. Then what are the goods you have received, what are the goods you have supplied, whichever goods you have supplied, on that what is the tax which you have gone ahead and paid, that detail should be maintained by an agent. It said particulars of description, value, quantity of goods which you have received, description, value, quantity of goods which you have gone ahead and supplied on behalf of principal, what are the state accounts which you have furnished to your principal, and sir, what is the tax which you have paid on receiving and supplying the goods, what is the tax you have paid on the goods. That you have to go ahead and tell, that you have to go ahead and maintain. Sir, if I am a works contractor, what account should I go ahead and maintain? Remember, name and address of the person for whom I did the works contract. Okay? What description, quantity and value of the goods which I have received and used for doing the works contract, details of payment which I have received for executing the works contract, for doing every works contract. Sir, how much payment I received, then name and address of the supplier from whom he received the goods, from whom did I buy the goods to do the works contract, that detail also I should go ahead and maintain. This is all from your accounts and record. I hope everyone is clear till here. People, quickly give me a heads up. Are we all done till here? Please give me a heads up, everyone. Are we all done till here? Yes, sir, done. Let's go ahead. Now, everyone over here in the e-way bill ka chapter, one thing which I want you guys to remember, everyone over here now. E-way bill mein, one thing which you can go ahead and remember, when are you required to generate e-way bill? When are you required to generate e-way bill? If you are causing movement of goods where the consignment value is more than 50,000. So, if I am going ahead and moving the goods where the consignment value is more than 50,000, then I have to generate e-way bill. First thing, sir, what are the two cases? What are the two cases e-way bill is mandatory? Without seeing the value, you have to generate the e-way bill. If you are going ahead and doing interstate movement to a job worker, if you are sending goods to a job worker, interstate, mandatory e-way bill. If interstate movement of handicraft goods is done by a person who is exempted from compulsory registration, Baba, remember, handicraft wala goods, wala person was exempted up to 20 lakh, 10 lakh, exempted from registration, not from e-way bill. Done, sir. This point is clear. Beside that, sir, when we are calculating the consignment value, always remember one thing. When you are calculating the consignment value, always include GST, but exclude the value of exempt supply. Mark this as a word saying, sir, consignment value may always include GST. Consignment value is how do you calculate? Whatever is the value of your invoice, bill of supply, delivery challan, include the GST. But if there is any exempt supply value, that has to be excluded. Done, sir. This point is clear. Sir, how do I calculate consignment value? Consignment value always includes GST but excludes exempt supply ka value. And if your consignment value is more than 50,000, e-way bill will be required. Two cases when e-way bill is mandatory without seeing the value, interstate movement for job work. And secondly, if you are a handicraft supplier who is exempted from registration, you are not exempted from e-way bill. E-way bill is mandatory. Done, sir. This point is clear. Sir, e-way bill ka validity. I like this point. Remember, e-way bill ka validity. If it's an over-dimensional cargo, ODC, or multimodal transportation, shipment where ship is involved, sir, multiple modes you are using and you are using ship also to transport, then remember one thing, you will get 20 kilometers ke liye one day. Other than that, might be a normal truck, or you are using multiple modes but any mode of ship is not being used, then remember one thing, your 200 kilometers ke liye you will get 1 day ka validity. I like this validity wala point. Remember, over dimensional cargo, big truck, or if you are using ship for your transportation, then remember one thing, 20 kilometers one day. Other than that, any case, 200 kilometers one day ka validity of your e-way bill will be given. This validity wala point, I like it. Besides this, in the next page, you can remember one more point over here, that sir, rule number 138E is an important point. Sir, for your sales, the e-way bill portal will be blocked. Not for your purchase. For your sales, the e-way bill portal will be blocked if you go ahead and do 4 defaults. Number 1, you are a composition dealer. 2 tax periods say, basically CMP 08 for payment of your tax, 2 quarters ke liye you have not filed. Then gone, e-way bill portal blocked. Other than composition person, normal person, GSTR 1 not filed for 2 months or 2 quarter, e-way bill portal blocked. They have gone ahead and told over here. Composition person, CMP 08 not filed for 2 consecutive quarter. Sir, normal person, GSTR 1 not filed for any 2 months or 2 quarter. GSTR 3B also not filed for any 2 tax period, means 2 months or 2 quarter, your e-way bill portal blocked. Or if you are a person whose registration has been suspended, during suspension you can't generate e-way bill. Remember one thing everyone, 4 cases. Number 1, composition person, CMP 08 not filed for 2 quarter. ठीक है सर, normal person, other than composition person, normal person, GSTR 1 not filed for 2 months or 2 quarter, gone. Sir, GSTR 3B not filed for 2 months or 2 quarter, gone. Or if your registration is suspended, gone. You can't generate e-way bill for your sales, but for your purchase, can e-way bill be generated? Yes. Done. This is rule number 138E, which I like it, which I've gone ahead and told you. Beside this, all okay, Baba, nothing very important. Please come to the chapter of time of supply. People, tell me one thing. Were you guys able to recall e-way bill ka chapter? Were you guys able to recall e-way bill ka chapter? Can we go ahead, everyone? Done? Can we go ahead, everyone? Are you guys there? Yes, sir. Chalo, let's go ahead. Everyone is enjoying? If you're enjoying, I want everyone to comment and also hit the like button so that I know that you guys are enjoying it. Chalo, let's go ahead. Everyone over here now. Time of supply of goods, again a C-graded chapter which is there. But here, I want you guys to remember, number 1, in case of forward charge mechanism, if you are a supplier of goods, when do you have to pay GST? Remember, date of invoice or last date to issue invoice. Date of invoice or last date to issue invoice. But if it is specified actionable claim, then you will go ahead and take 3 days. Specified actionable claim like lottery, betting, gambling, horse racing, casino and online money gaming. These 6 cases may you have to take all the 3 dates. Date of invoice or last date to issue invoice or date of receipt of payment, whichever is earlier. But sir, if it is not actionable claim, then you just have to take date of invoice or last date to issue invoice. Done, sir. Sir, in case of reverse charge mechanism, 1 minute everyone. One supplier supplied me. I am a person who has to pay GST under RCM in case of goods. When do I pay? Number 1, the day I receive the goods. Number 2, the day I make the payment. Number 3, supplier went ahead and gave me an invoice. From his invoice, I have to take 31st day. Remember, invoice ka date ka next say you have to calculate 30 days plus 1 day. 31st day. Done, sir. This point is clear. They have told, see, reverse charge ka case mein date of receipt of goods, date when I made the payment, or sir, 30 days, date immediately following, that is the 31st day from the date of invoice given by the supplier. People, can you tell me everyone, in case of time of supply, I am telling you section number 12. Section number 12 may 2 I am telling you and 3 I am telling. All other are okay. There is nothing very important, but still, Baba, I am telling you, I am revising only the ones which are the most important point. Okay. Now, forward charge mechanism and here reverse charge mechanism. Remember, forward charge mechanism, in case of specified actionable claim, it is always date of invoice, last date to issue invoice or date of receipt of payment, whichever is earlier, you have to pay the GST. Okay? But if it is other goods which are there, all other goods ka case mein, it is date of invoice or last date to issue invoice, whichever is earlier. Done. Sir, reverse charge ka case mein, when do I have to pay GST? Reverse charge, the day you receive the goods, the day you make the payment, or 31st day from the date of invoice given by the supplier, whichever is earlier. That's all. Done, sir. This point is clear. Other than that, Baba voucher ka case, anyways, you know, if the supply is identifiable, the date of issue. If supply is not identifiable, redemption date, which is there. Okay? Nothing very important. Now, time of supply in case of services, I again like 2 points which is there. 13.2 and 13.3. Sir, remember, is the invoice raised on time? Sir, I have gone ahead and provided the service. I should always raise the invoice within time. Within time means, Baba, in case of services, the time limit to raise the invoice is 30 days or 45 days in case of banking companies, etc. So remember one thing, sir, generally the time limit to raise the invoice is on or before 30 days or 45 days. Sir, in case of continuous supply of service, due date ascertainable, then on or before due date, you should raise the invoice. If due date is not ascertainable, on or before payment, you should raise the invoice. If payment is linked to completion, on or before completion of the event, you should raise the invoice. Now, if I put and raise the invoice on time, date of invoice or date of receipt of payment, whichever is earlier. If I don't raise the invoice on time, the day I provided the service, the date of provisioning of service means the day service was completed, or date of receipt of payment, whichever is earlier. Done, sir. This point is clear. Other than that, sir, if this and this is not applicable, then remember, supplier ka time of supply will be based on recipient ka book entry date. ठीक है sir. Reverse charge का केस में, in case of services, reverse charge mechanism in case of services, you have to remember everyone over here. The date of payment, the day I made the payment, or 31st day will become 61st day from the date of invoice given by the supplier. Here, one point which I like it, in case you import the service from your associate enterprise, from my head office, branch office outside India, if I have imported the service, always remember the book entry date or the day, the date of payment when I make the payment to my associate, or the date of entry in the books of accounts of the recipient, the day I make a book entry, whichever is earlier, will become the time of supply. I like only these 4 points which are there in case of time of supply. I hope everyone is able to recall the time of supply over here. 13.12.2, 12.3, 13.2 and 13.3 are the most important part over here. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now, let's go ahead and move to the chapter of input tax credit. Is everyone there with me? Can we go ahead, everyone? Now, yes sir, let's go ahead. Everyone over here now. Input tax credit का chapter में, I'll quickly go ahead and make you guys recall section number 16 which is there. I hope you guys have already revised it, but still I'll go ahead and make you recall. I'm not recalling from the chapter of, from the book. I'll go ahead and tell you like this. Section number 16, everyone over here now. Section number 16 went ahead and told, sir, who are the people eligible? Section number 16, one says, if you are a registered person, only then you can go ahead and take the credit. Registered person, whatever goods, services or both you have gone ahead and purchased, you can go ahead and take the credit if you have used it for your business. Done, sir. This point is clear. Section number 16, 2 told, what are the condition you have to fulfill, only then you can go ahead and take the credit. What are the condition you have to fulfill? Only then you can take the credit. Number 1 is TR condition. Remember, T for you should have the tax invoice, you should have the debit note, or you should have such other document as told in rule number 36. Rule number 36 says you should have birds. Sir, birds, you should have bill of entry, ISD invoice, RCM का केस में self invoice, D for debit note and S for supplier's invoice. In your document, what details should be there so that you can take the credit? You should have description, value, tax, GST number and place of supply in case of interstate supply. Sir, if you pay any tax because of any fraud, willful misstatement or suppression, remember fraud ka tax ka credit is not allowed. And the next one over here is, sir, supplier should show in GSTR 1 and the amount should come in your 2B, only then you can take the credit. And the same thing, see, this was A, B, C, D, 4 condition, correct? Here in AA they went ahead and wrote the same thing again, saying supplier should show in GSTR 1 and the amount should come in 2B, only then you can take the credit. Again they inserted one BA point over here and told in 2B the credit should not be restricted, only then you will be able to take the credit. Sir, B point mein they went ahead and told you should have received, R for received the goods, services or both, only then you can take the credit. Third mein they told tax paid to government. Who should have paid the tax to the government? Supplier should have paid the tax to the government, only then I can take the credit. But sir, supplier did not pay the tax. I filed my return and I took the credit. Can I keep the credit? Then Baba, here rule number 37A was inserted, which is the new rule. Yes, everyone, which went ahead and told if supplier did not pay the tax to the government, but you already took the credit, no problem. You can keep the credit. Tell your supplier, please file your GSTR 3B. If your supplier files the GSTR 3B by next year, September, then okay. If it does not file the GSTR 3B by next year, September, then then in that scenario, you have to go ahead and reverse the credit on or before 30th of November. If you reverse the credit on or before 30th of November, then no tension, Baba. But if you don't reverse, recipient does not reverse by 30th November, I reverse by 30th of December, then I have to reverse along with that 1 month ka interest. Sir, what if later supplier files his GST or 3B? I can take the credit back. That's all has been told by rule number 37A. Number 1, this is done, and R for return should be filed by the recipient. Means if I want the credit, I have to go ahead and ask in my return which is GST or 3B. People, do you guys recall section number 16? Section number 16 went ahead and told, number 1, who can take the credit? Registered person can take the credit. Section number 16, 2 told about the condition to take the credit. TR condition. T for tax invoice should be there, debit note should be there. Yes, sir. Then all these invoices, etc., supplier should show in GSTR1. It should come in your 2B. And in 2B, the credit should not be restricted. Only then you can take the credit. Secondly, you should have received the goods, services, or both. If I receive, only then I have invoice but did not receive, can't take the credit. You should have received the goods, services, or both. Only then you can take the credit. T for tax paid by supplier, only then you can take the credit. But for the time being, you can take it. Tell your supplier to file his return on or before next year 30th September. If he files his return and pays the tax on or before 30th September, no problem. Otherwise, you have to reverse the credit. And the next one is, if you want the credit, you should go ahead and file your GST return, which is GSTR 3B. Done, sir. This point is clear. Beside that, in this, we had gone ahead and also learned that, sir, if you receive goods in lot or installment, you can take the credit only on the last lot or last installment. Remember this point? Yes, sir. The next provision which is there goes ahead and says, recipient should always make the payment to the supplier within 180 days. If I don't make the payment, everyone over here, if I don't make the payment to the supplier within 180 days from the invoice, if I don't make the payment, so invoice say I should make the payment within 180 days. If 180 days gets over here and I did not make the payment to the supplier, then the month the 180 days got over, next month, whatever credit I have taken, I have to go ahead and reverse it. That is told by rule number 37A, that supplier ka invoice say you should make the payment within how many days, everyone? 180 days. And if you don't make the payment within 180 days, whatever credit you have taken, you have to go ahead and reverse it. Done, sir. This point is clear. The next one over here is, sir, registered person. If I go ahead and take ITC, I should not take depreciation of the tax. If I take depreciation on the complete invoice value including tax, then I should not take okay. If I take ITC, I should not take depreciation. If I take depreciation of the GST, I should not take ITC. That's all is told by section 16.3. 16.4 told the maximum time limit to take the credit. What is the maximum time limit, everyone? What is the maximum time limit? 30th November of the next year or annual return ka actual date, whichever is earlier. I revised section number 16 completely with you guys. Why, sir? Why did you revise? Because section number 16 is very, very important from exam point of view. Beside that, in section number 16, there are 2 circulars which are there. Baba, I've gone ahead and revised 18 minutes with the amendments which are there. Baba, in that amendment, I've gone ahead and told about the section number 16.6, one amendment which is there. Please see that and go. It is a good one. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now here section number 17 mein one block credit is there. Baba, block credit. Again, very, very important from exam point of view. Block credit. I hope you guys remember block credit. Yes, sir, we remember. I'll quickly go ahead and make you recall. Other than exception, I'm just making you recall the overall block credit which was there. Sir, this guy needs health services, credit is blocked. Health services, credit was blocked. Sir, he needs beauty treatment ka credit is blocked. Sir, he needs plastic surgery, credit is blocked. Now, you went in and took motor vehicle, vessel or aircraft, credit is always blocked. Then, sir, you went to gym, to club, fitness center. Baba, fitness center ka credit is always blocked. Then, sir, you went to club membership, the credit is always blocked. Then, sir, you became a bodybuilder, sir, and you started doing conflict ka credit is always blocked. C for CSR activity, if you are doing, credit is blocked. C for if you are doing construction, if you are getting construction done, either you are getting works contract services. If you are taking works contract service for going in and constructing immovable property, credit is blocked. If you are capitalizing it, credit is blocked. Sir, or construction, if you are doing own construction also by buying material, taking labor services, then also credit is blocked. O for outdoor catering. Credit is blocked. N for NRTP, the credit is blocked. F for food and beverages, the credit is always blocked. LI for life insurance, health insurance, etc. Credit is blocked. C for composition tax, the credit is blocked. T for travel benefit, the credit is always blocked. Other than that, I had gone ahead and also told you T for thief cases. What is thief cases, sir? Thief cases: goods lost, ITC lost; goods stolen, ITC stolen; goods destroyed, ITC destroyed; goods gifted, ITC gifted. Remember this point. Other than that, I'd also gone ahead and told you that, sir, you are going on the way and you had done some fraud. You did not raise invoices. Later, government caught you and told, why didn't you raise the invoice? We want GST. They asked you GST. You paid the GST. This GST which was paid because of fraud, you will never get the credit. Even if you want to give it to your buyer by giving him an invoice, he can't take the credit because the GST was paid because of a fraud. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now here, I want you guys to remember, motor vehicle ka credit is blocked. But motor vehicle does not include rail. It means rail, if you have gone ahead and bought, you will get the credit. If you are buying special purpose vehicle which are used in factory or closed premises like a forklift, etc., you will get the credit. Okay, sir? The next one, if you are buying a vehicle with less than 4 wheel and the capacity of the engine is up to 25 cc, also credit will be allowed. This point you can remember. These are not motor vehicle. What? Rail is not motor vehicle. Any vehicle which you are using in a closed premise, that is also not motor vehicle. You will always get the credit. Beside that, if you are going ahead and buying a vehicle where the cc is up to 25 cc and wheels are less than 4, then baba, that also is not motor vehicle and you will get the credit. Remember this point. Other than that, one circular clarification was there over here saying, sir, duct and manholes which are used in optical fiber cable. Duct and manholes which are used in optical fiber cable. Remember, optical fiber cable mein duct and manholes which are used. Duct and manholes which are used in optical fiber cable, credit will always be allowed. Credit will always be allowed. It's a part of plant and machinery and credit will be allowed. Beside that, one small point had come over here that, sir, motor vehicle, if you have gone ahead and bought motor vehicle for as demo vehicles, baba, demo vehicles which are bought by authorized dealer. I am an authorized dealer of Maruti Suzuki. I bought demo vehicle. Will I get the credit? Yes, baba, demo vehicles credit is always allowed. This point was told over here. Okay, sir. This point we will remember. Now, section number 18. Okay, Baba. You can just go ahead and revise. This replacement, warranty replacement point is no more applicable to you guys. Other than that, everything is okay in this. There's nothing very important. One point which I want you guys to remember. In special circumstances, always remember, new registration, you get only inputs ka credit. Voluntary registration, you get only inputs ka credit. Composition dealer became regular taxpayer. Then you get inputs ka credit also, you get capital goods ka credit 5% reduced. And exempt supply of a registered person became taxable supply. Then also you get inputs ka credit, capital goods ka credit reduced 5%. And sir, in all the 4 special circumstances, remember, if the invoices are older than 1 year, you will never get the credit. This much, if you remember, should be good enough. Done, sir. This point is clear. Other than that, 18.6 is also an important good point to remember. If you have gone ahead and bought one capital goods on which you have gone ahead and taken the ITC and later you sold the capital goods. Later you went ahead and sold the capital. Okay. 1 minute, everyone. Water spill. Okay. Everything is fine. Done. I think the keyboard is gone. No problem. We'll see later. Okay. So as of now, we are learning. Is everyone there? Are you guys there? Am I audible, everyone? Quickly tell me. Oh, keyboard is working. Very good. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, chalo. We'll leave it like this only. Is everyone there? Am I audible, everyone? Yes, sir. Working. Very good. Chalo. Okay. Gone, Baba, gone. No. It's fine only. It's working all fine. Nothing is gone. Okay. Hey. 1 minute. हाँ ठीक है चलो हाँ ठीक है we are all fine, we are back. ठीक है, keyboard you forget it. Everyone over here now, tell me one thing. Water everywhere. ठीक है, just give me a minute. चलो, done. Let's go ahead, everyone. Are we all there, everyone? Can we go ahead? Yes, sir. Let's go ahead. ठीक है. Section number 18.6. Everyone, 18.6. What did it go ahead and say? If you bought one capital goods, everyone, if you bought a capital goods and on that capital goods, You had gone ahead and taken the input tax credit. Now, if you are going ahead and selling that capital goods, if you are going ahead and selling that capital goods, you will be liable to pay GST. Sir, how much I have to pay GST? On the sale value, pay the GST, that is tax on the transaction value, or whatever input tax rate you are taken, whatever input tax rate you are gone ahead and taken, minus 5% per quarter or part thereof, whatever is the balance, you have to pay the GST. Either sale value pay GST or reduce GST, whichever is higher. ठीक है सर, it says reduce GST, ITC taken minus 5% or tax on transaction value, whichever is higher. Done, sir. No, but remember one thing: if you are going in and selling refractory bricks, mold, dies, etc., taxable, you can go ahead and pay tax on transaction value. Comparison is not required. Remember this point. ठीक है sir, I like this point. That's all. This point and this point we have gone ahead and revised. Everyone, now, people. Input tax rate chapter done. Can we go ahead, everyone? Can we go ahead? Are we all 100% done till here? Can we go ahead, everyone? Chalo, done. Now we'll go ahead and move to the chapter of payment of tax. Baba, in payment of tax, sir, what are the things you find it important? Baba, in payment of tax, no, everything is very good, but still, I believe what things you can take care. Number one, sir, what are the things always to be paid in cash? Remember, in your question paper, always remember, these are the things you can't go ahead and use your credit, always to be paid in cash. Sir, what are the things always to be paid in cash? TTRC, TDS, TCS, RCM का liability, composition tax and IPLO. Sir, TDS, TCS, RCM liability, composition tax, IPLO. TDS, TCS, RCM liability, IPLO, always to be paid in cash. You can't use your credit. You always have to pay this in cash. Done, sir. This point is clear. Sir, whenever I have to go ahead and discharge my liability, if I have anything liable, if I am liable to pay anything, what should I pay first? Remember one thing, self-assessed tax and dues relating to returns of previous tax period should be paid first. Then, self-assessed tax and dues relating to return, which you have told in your return, relating to current year should be paid. Then they are telling any other amount payable under this act or rules including demand order should be paid. This is the order of discharge of liability. Sir, always remember one thing. You should always pay. What are the things you should always pay in cash? TDS, TCS. Everyone with me. Everyone with me. TDS, TCS, RCM liability, composition tax, IPLO should always be paid in cash. Done. Sir, how should I discharge my liability of my e-liability ledger? How should I discharge? Remember, previous month ka liability first, whichever you told in the return, then self-assessed tax and other dues of the current month, then any other amount which is there, you should go ahead and discharge. Done, sir. This point is clear. Other than that, I want you guys to remember the manner of utilization. Sir, what is the manner of utilization? Very, very important. Sir, first, IGST should be always used to pay IGST. Then IGST can be used to pay CGST or SGST. Sir, IGST should be first used to pay IGST. Then IGST can be used to pay CGST or SGST, any order, any proportion you use. But IGST should be completely used. Then you should start using secondly CGST to pay CGST. Then CGST should be used to pay IGST. Then sir, SGST or UTGST, whatever you have, should be used to pay SGST, UTGST. Then it can be used to pay IGST. C to S or S to C is never possible. Very, very important. You will need how to set off. Done, sir. This point is clear. Then the next one over here. What is the next one, everyone? The next one. See. E-cash ledger cross utilization is not possible. Credit ledger IGST can be used to pay IGST, CGST, SGST, cross utilization is possible. But cash ledger cross utilization is not possible. But cash ledger mein if you have any head mein money, you can transfer it to any other head by using one form called GST PMT09. Remember this point. Done, sir. This point is clear. Other than that, interest ka case mein one small amendment has come. I'll go ahead and quickly tell you about the amendment because I believe they can go ahead and ask you. For an example, this is the month of April. Everyone, this is the month of April. April month ka you should file the return on 20th May. For an example, your output tax liability is 10 lakh rupees. Your input tax rate is 5 lakh rupees. Now, sir, how much I have to pay in cash? I have to pay 5 lakh rupees in cash. But you know, sir, I did not have 5 lakh rupees. So I deposited in my e-cash ledger. Only 2 lakh rupees I deposited. Remaining 3 lakh I had to pay. But I could not pay, so I could not go ahead and file my return. So I did not file my return on 20th May. Instead, I went ahead and filed my return on 30th May. But I deposited 2 lakh in my e-cash ledger because I had 2 lakh with me. Now, can you tell me, here, I have to pay interest on which amount? Can you guys tell me, everyone? Now, I have to go ahead and pay interest. When I am filing late, I have to pay interest at the rate of 18% on which amount, everyone? Now, when you are filing, you will say your output tax liability is 10 lakh, input tax credit is 5 lakh rupees. Sir, you have to pay 5 lakh in cash. Out of that, e-cash ledger mein already 2 lakh was deposited by you. Already 2 lakh was deposited. So, how much is the remaining amount you are going to deposit now? Can you tell me, everyone, how much is the remaining amount you are going to deposit now? So, sir, because I had already deposited 2 lakh rupees, now interest will be payable only on this 3 lakh rupees which is there. Done, sir. Very good, everyone. This is one amendment ka point, which I like it. They can go ahead and ask somewhere. So please be careful about it. Very good, very good, very good, everyone. Done. This is one point which I like it. Done, everyone. That is about payment of taxes ka chapter. Payment of taxes ka chapter mein, this is something which is very, very important, which I like it. Now, TDS ka chapter, everyone. Remember one thing. Sir, TDS ka chapter mein one important point which I want all the students to remember. Sir, here one important point has come, which is if one metal scrap, if one registered person is there and he is supplying metal scrap to another registered person, then remember one thing, the registered person who is the recipient has to go ahead and deduct TDS which is there. Yes, Baba, if metal scrap is supplied by one registered person to another registered person, the recipient has to go ahead and pay what, everyone? The TDS has to be deducted by the recipient, which is 1% CGST and 1% SGST or 2% IGST, which is there. Done, sir. This one metal scrap wala point you have to remember. Then another point. Now, sir, what are the cases no TDS is to be deducted? No TDS is deducted if the supply of goods, services or both takes place from one person to another person specified in clause A, B. One TDS deductor to another TDS deductor, TDS is not applicable. But metal scrap ka case mein it is applicable. One metal scrap wala supplying to another metal scrap wala, the recipient has to go ahead and deduct TDS. Metal scrap wala point, I hope you guys remember. Sir, can you please tell us once again? Baba, in the amendment, I've already gone ahead and told you over here. Here. Supplying of metal scrap by one registered person to another, always remember, now brought under TDS, recipient has to deduct TDS at the rate of 2%. And also remember one thing, in case of supplying of metal scrap by one TDS deductor to another TDS, one metal scrap wala supplying to another metal scrap wala, TDS will come. Done, sir. This point is clear. That's all, everyone, which I wanted to talk about metal scrap. Remember one thing in TDS. If one PSU is supplying to another PSU, TDS is not applicable. Sir, if taxable value is less than 2.5 lakh rupees or up to 2.5 lakh rupees, TDS is not applicable because TDS is only applicable when the value is more than 2.5 lakh rupees. Beside that, sir, if supplier and the place of supplier in same state, recipient is in other state. Remember, supply is in Karnataka, place of supply also in Karnataka, recipient is in Tamil Nadu. TDS, no TDS. If these both come in one state, recipient is in other state, gone Baba gone, there is no TDS which is there. Remember this point. Supplier and place of supply in one state, recipient is in other, then there is no TDS. Sir, what if this case is like this? Supply is in Karnataka, place of supply in Tamil Nadu and recipient also in Tamil Nadu, then no problem. You will go ahead and charge IGST and 2% TDS will be done by the recipient. But if supplier and place of supply in one state, recipient is in other state, no TDS. Remember this point, everyone. I like this point, so I've gone ahead and told you. If transaction is out of scope, TDS is not there. Transaction is nil rated, wholly exempt, non-taxable, TDS is not there. Transaction on which recipient will pay GST under RCM, then also TDS is not there. Then payment made to unregistered supplier. If the supplier is unregistered, then also TDS will not be done. Done, sir. This point is clear. The next one. Let's go ahead and now move to TCS. What is TCS, everyone? TCS ka point. One person went online to e-commerce and he went ahead and placed an order. Supplier went ahead and supplied. When you go ahead and make the payment to the e-commerce operator will deduct TCS and e-commerce operator will pay the TCS to the government and file one return called GSTR 8. And your e-commerce operator, when he files GSTR 8, the TCS will be made available to you in your e-cash ledger. Over here, government just wants to track all the suppliers who are supplying through e-commerce, and hence government went ahead and told all the e-commerce operator you should deduct TCS. TCS ka rate for your exam, remember, is 0.25% CGST and 0.25% SGST. Actually, earlier it was different, but for your May 25 attempt onwards, remember one thing, for your May 25 attempt onwards, it is 0.25% CGST and 0.25% SGST, or IGST is 0.5%. TCS, I don't think very important from exam point of view, but TDS is something which you should take care. Now we'll go ahead and move to the chapter of returns, everyone. Returns may, listen to me very carefully. What are the most important points? See, first of all, return may one GSTR 1A has been introduced. GSTR 1A. Sir, what is GSTR 1A? I'll go ahead and tell you. Everyone listen to me very carefully. This is the month of April. This is the month of April. For the month of April, I will go ahead and file my return on 20th of May. No, 1 minute. I'll file my GSTR 1. GSTR 1, I will file on the next month, which is 11th of May. If I file my GSTR 1, it will go to the front person and he will be getting the credit in the 2B. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now, after I file GSTR 1, if I realize before filing my GSTR 3B, if I go ahead and realize that I did not go ahead and show some sales, etc., then I can go ahead and show the sale in one return called GSTR 1A, which has to be filed after GSTR 1 but before GSTR 3B. In between, everyone, in between, I'll go ahead and file GSTR 1A where I will go ahead and show the sales, whichever I have missed. Now, if I have shown the sales over here and the liability was 10 lakh rupees, if I have shown the sale over here and liability is 2 lakh rupees, remember one thing, whatever you show in GSTR 1, it will go to the front party in the same month, he will be able to take the credit. But whatever you show in GSTR 1A, it will go to the front party in the next month ka 2B and that person will be able to take the credit in the next month, not in the current month. But sir, my liability, your liability of 10 lakh and 2 lakh will come in your GSTR 3B in the same month. I hope this point you are able to recall. So whatever you show in GSTR 1 of the current month, it will go to the front person in the current month ka 2B only. Whatever you show in GSTR 1A, if anything you have missed showing in GSTR 1 or you want to amend, you can go ahead and file GSTR 1A where you can go ahead and put the additional detail. It will go in the front person ka, not current month ka GSTR 2B, in the next month ka GSTR 2B. And whatever you show in GSTR 1 and GSTR 1A, all the liability will be payable by you in the same month ka GSTR 3B. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Yes, sir, this point is clear. Beside that, I want you guys to remember what are the cases when your GSTR 1 and IFF will be blocked. Remember one thing, if you have, sir, when your GSTR 1 will be blocked or invoice furnishing facility will be blocked. Sir, if last month ka GSTR 3B, if GSTR 3B for the last month is not filed, your GSTR 1 for the next month will be blocked. Done, sir. So, for example, last month ka GSTR 1 I filed, GSTR 3B I did not file. Next month GSTR 3B, GSTR 1 blocked. Last month ka file GSTR 3B, then next month ka GSTR 1. Okay. If I am a person who is under quarterly return, then baba, last quarter ka GSTR 3B not filed, next month ka GSTR 1 also not allowed, invoice furnishing facility also not allowed for the next quarter. Done, sir. If I have been given rule number 88C में one intimation. Sir, what is rule number 88C? I hope you guys remember. Rule number 88C went ahead and told, if your GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B में, in your GSTR 1 you showed 1 crore का liability. In GSTR 3B 10 lakh का liability. Cheating. GSTR 1 में more liability, GSTR 3B में you are showing less, cheating. Then in that scenario, rule number 88C had gone ahead and told you will get an intimation. Now, if you have been given an intimation, then baba, remember one thing, unless you go ahead and pay the differential liability or you reply to the intimation, they have gone ahead and told your GSTR 1 will be blocked. That's all they have told. A registered person to whom an intimation has been given under rule number 88C. Rule number 88C says what? GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B, there is a difference. You will get an intimation. If in respect of a tax period, you will not be allowed to file GSTR 1 or IFF for a subsequent tax period unless he deposits the amount specified in the intimation or furnishes a reply explaining the reason for the amount unpaid. Sir, rule number 88D. What is rule number 88D? GSTR 2B may you have a credit of 10 lakh. But you took GSTR 3B mein 12 lakh credit. Why did you take more credit? If GSTR 2B and 3B ka credit mein there is a difference, you took more credit, then gone baba gone, you will get rule number 88D mein one intimation. Now, unless you pay the differential or reply, they are going ahead and telling next month ka your IFF also blocked, your GSTR 1 also blocked. A registered person whom intimation has been given under rule number 88D in respect of a tax period shall not be allowed to furnish GSTR 1 or use IFF for a subsequent tax period unless he either they paid the amount specified in the intimation or furnished a reply explaining the reason in respect of the amount of excess ITC which you have taken and you have not paid it back to the government. They will go ahead and block your GSTR 1 or IFF. And sir, if bank account details are not furnished by you on time, then also they are going in and telling we will block your GSTR 1 or IFF which is there. This is one question which I like it. Please be careful. Late fee, anyways, they are not going to ask you because late fee has been now removed from intermediate ka syllabus. Besides this, one point you can remember, which is over here. One important point which I like it, that sir, whenever you are filing your GSTR1, you can go ahead and furnish consolidated detail. Sir, if you are gone ahead and sold, people over here now, a registered person, the details of outward supply which you are filing in a GSTR1 or GSTR1A, you can go ahead and furnish which are the invoice wise detail you have to give and which are the consolidated. Remember one thing, if you have gone ahead and sold goods to a registered person, intra or inter, for him invoice wise detail has to be given. If you had sold goods to unregistered people, then baba intrastate, remember, consolidated details can be given. For each rate of tax, consolidated details can be given. But interstate का case में, sold to unregistered person, interstate, if the value of supply is more than 1 lakh rupees, that के लिए you have to give invoice wise detail. All others के लिए you can give state wise consolidated detail. That's all they have told everyone. Invoice wise detail for intra or interstate supply to registered person. But sir, interstate supply made with invoice value more than 1 lakh to unregistered person, you have to give invoice wise detail. All other consolidated details of intrastate supply to unregistered person or state wise interstate invoice where the invoice value is only up to everyone 1 lakh rupees, then baba, for that also up to 1 lakh you can give consolidated detail. I'll go ahead and tell you everyone again because I believe it's a good point. GSTR1 mein when you are furnishing, if you are furnishing the details of supplies to a registered person, intra or inter, doesn't matter baba, you have to give invoice wise detail. You have to give invoice wise detail. But if you had gone in and sold to unregistered person, remember, intra का केस में तो you can give consolidated detail, but inter का केस में also you can give consolidated detail state wise. But here you have to remember, if value of a supply is more than 1 lakh rupees, if the invoice value is more than baba, here they have gone ahead and told if the invoice value is more than how much everyone? 1 lakh. For that, if invoice value is more than 1 lakh rupees, for that you have to give invoice wise detail. I hope this point you are able to remember. This is 1 lakh rupees. 1 lakh rupees over here. Okay, sir. This point I like it. So I have told you, please be careful. Other than that, everything is okay. Rule number 88C is what everyone? GSTR1 and 3B का liability reporting में difference you will get an intimation. ठीक है? Rule number 88D, GSTR2B and 3B का credit में there is a difference. You will get an intimation under rule number 88D. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now the last chapter, which is place of supply. Everyone over here now. Place of supply, you will get one question in your exam. Sir, place of supply, which question you are expecting? Baba, any question can come from this chapter. ठीक है? Sir, still if you tell us something. Baba, this circular is there which I want you guys to be careful. Last time this circular had come. For an example, I am going in and supplying through e-commerce. Place of supply, particularly on goods being supplied through e-commerce to unregistered person where billing address and delivery address are different, shall be the delivery address, and the supplier may record the delivery address as the address of the recipient on the invoice. So for an example, everyone over here now, I have gone ahead and supplied to an unregistered person. Okay? And that unregistered person has given me one billing address also and one shipping address also. So sir, what will be the place of supply? Billing address or shipping address? So they went ahead and told shipping address over here. This circular, I like it. You can take care of it. Okay, sir? Other than that, sir, they can go ahead and tell you bill to ship to model mein. So for example, I told one person, bill it to me, but ship it to the other person. Bill it to me, but ship it to the other person. In this scenario, sir, what will be the place of supply? If he bills it to me and ships it to the other person, remember, when he bills it to me, my address will be the place of supply. When I bill it to the other person, so when he bills it to me, my address becomes place of supply. When I bill it to the other person, in that scenario, his location will become the place of supply. Remember this case, everyone? Yes, sir. We will remember. Sir, I'll tell you again. One supplier is there. I am also a supplier. And here there is a recipient who is there. Okay? In between, I am not the supplier. I am the third party in between. I told him, bill it to me and ship it directly to him. In this scenario, section number 10(1)(b) applies, which says your address will become the place of supply. I will go ahead and give over here supply. Then, Baba, here section number 10(1)(a) will apply, which says the destination where the movement terminates, where the goods move directly, that will become the place of supply. So when I will give, then this place becomes the place of supply. When he will go ahead and give the bill, my place becomes the place of supply. Please be careful about this point. Done, sir. This point is clear. Other than that, Baba, you can take care of any point over here. They can go ahead and ask. Baba, immovable property related service, always remember, where the immovable property is there, that is the place of supply. ठीक है, sir? I will tell you one thing. You read third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Third, I told you immovable property. Place of supply is where the immovable property is there. Performance-based services. What are performance-based service? RCB failed pathetically. Only for classroom purpose I am telling. RCB means R for restaurant service, C for catering and plastic surgery, beauty treatment, fitness, personal grooming and health service. Remember always, POOP is the place of supply, place of performance. Training and performance appraisal services. Remember, given to registered person, location of registered person. Given to unregistered, place of performance. Sir, admission to an event or park related service, where the event is happening or where the park is, that is the place of supply. Organizing of an event ka service. If I organize an event for registered person, his address. If I organize for an unregistered person, where the event is happening. Where the event is happening. If the event is outside India, location of the recipient, which is in India, that will become the place of supply. Done. Transportation of goods and transportation of passenger. Remember, if I am giving transportation of goods and passenger ka service, registered person, always location of registered person. Given to unregistered person, goods where they are picked up, and passenger ka case mein, where passengers embark, where the passenger jump in. I like these points, everyone. So please take care of this point. Don't leave it and go. Okay? I like the above ones. The above ones which I told you, 3, 4. So people, immovable property related service, location of the immovable property. Performance based service, RCB failed pathetically. Performance based service, always remember place of performance. ठीक है sir. Training and performance appraisal, registered person, location of registered person, unregistered person, where the performance was done. Admission to a park, where the park is there. Organizing of an event, organized for registered person, location of registered person. Unregistered person, अनरजिस्टर्ड पर्सन का केस में इवेंट का लोकेशन, एंड इवेंट आउटसाइड इंडिया देन लोकेशन ऑफ द रिसिपिएंट. इंडिया में वेयर द लोकेशन ऑफ रिसिपिएंट. गुड्स ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, पैसेंजर ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, आई रिपीट, गुड्स का एंड पैसेंजर का ट्रांसपोर्टेशन में गिवन टू रजिस्टर्ड पर्सन, लोकेशन ऑफ रजिस्टर्ड पर्सन, गिवन टू अनरजिस्टर्ड पर्सन. देन गुड्स का केस में वेयर गुड्स आर पिक्ड अप, एंड पैसेंजर का केस में वेयर पैसेंजर जंप इन द फ्लाइट, वेयर द प्लेस ऑफ एम्बार्केशन इज देयर. These are some of the good points which I like from this chapter. Right, everyone? I hope this point is clear to all of you. Beside that, one TWI wala point is there, which I'll go ahead and quickly tell you. That sir, supposingly, I went ahead, I am in the state of Delhi, I went ahead and gave supply to a person who is there in the territorial waters of India. Then remember one thing, what will be the place of supply? The nearest coastal state will become the place of supply. Remember this point. Okay, sir. Supposingly, one person is there in the water and he is giving services in India. Territorial waters of India say he is giving the services. So sir, this person ka location will be what? In the nearest coastal state. Can I ask you one question? Supposingly, they went ahead and told you in the exam, registered person is in the territorial waters of India. Okay? And the Kerala is 5 nautical mile and Goa is 7 nautical mile. Can you tell registered person ka location? Everyone, can you tell registered person ka location? Quickly tell me, everyone, can you tell me the registered person ka location in this scenario? Sir, the nearest coastal state. The nearest coastal state from here, 5 nautical mile is Kerala and 7 nautical mile is Goa. Can you tell me what will be the place of supply? Whichever is the nearest coastal state. And sir, the nearest coastal state will be Kerala and the place of supply will be, the location of the registered person will be Kerala. Done, sir. This point is clear. Baba, that's all is there from my end, which I believe are some of the most important points which I've gone ahead and told you. Plus, additionally, I'll tell you one 18 minutes ka. I've written 15 minutes because starting the 1-2 minutes is just introductory in that video. One amendment ka short 15 minutes ka video I've gone ahead and put. It's just 15 minutes, Baba. If you go ahead and quickly recap, 15 minutes you will be able to cover the amendment. In my YouTube channel, it is there. Please cover that amendment ka video. Trust me, out of that 10-15 marks will come. What we have gone ahead and revised, 10-15 marks will very easily come. If you revise this, you are done with it. Tomorrow morning, if you go ahead and revise again revise it, you will get 10-15 marks very easily out of the revision which I have done now, and 10-15 marks out of the amendment. So your 30 marks is sorted in the exam. Done, Baba. This is my thought which is there. It is not important that my thoughts which are there might match with the examiner which is there. Right, everyone? I have gone ahead and tried my best to go ahead and revise as soon as possible. Maximum things which we can go ahead and do. Right, everyone? All the best to all of you. Please do like the video and also subscribe to the channel. And if you love the video, do share with your friend. Trust me, it is going to be very, very helpful for everyone. Right, everyone? Now, tomorrow after your exam, I will wait for all of your message. My number is 7259276368. I'll wait for a message from all of you. How did the exam go? All the best, guys. Stay calm, write well. I'll see you guys. People, please write well and do send me a message after the exam is done. All the best, everyone. Love you all. Take care. Good night. Please see tomorrow again this video at 2x ka speed so that you can again revise it. See the amendment ka video. Trust me, you are going to get very good marks in the exam. Right, everyone? Love you all. And beside that, this is my number. If you have any doubt, you guys can drop me a message and I'll help you with the doubt. Okay, everyone? Tomorrow morning, I will be in class from morning 7:30 to 1 o'clock. I'll be in class, but I'll try my best. Whatever doubts you are sending, I'll go ahead and try my best to go ahead and reply whenever I have break. Okay, everyone? Okay. So this is my number. Once your exam gets over, don't forget me. However the exam goes, please let me know, everyone. My number is 7259276368. I'll wait for your message, everyone, once the exam gets over. Right, everyone? Love you all. Good night. Take care and thank you for joining. Bye, everyone. Good night. People with doubts, my number is 7259276368. I'll be here for 10 minutes. Now it is already night 12 o'clock, but 10 minutes you guys can call me quickly and solve your doubts which are there. Take care, everyone. Chalo. Good night, everyone. Bye, everyone. I'll sign off now. People with doubts can quickly call me. 10 minutes, whatever is your doubt, we can discuss and then sleep. Then, everyone, you can call me on my number 7259276368. It's okay. Night 12 o'clock, no problem. You can call me quickly. No Telegram, no WhatsApp. Call quickly. Done, everyone? And, sir, tomorrow morning you will be in class. If you have a doubt, Baba, you can drop me a WhatsApp on my number. Once I give a break, I'll get back to you. Done? Write well, everyone. Please write well. For every question, value of supply, etc. question, please write your notes properly. Okay, everyone? Chalo. Good night, everyone. Bye.